Welcome to historic Memorial Stadium in Latrobe, Pennsylvania for the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week presented by Giant Eagle and the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. Just 2 weeks ago, this field was home to the Pittsburgh Steelers Friday night practice, but tonight the lights are bright for the Latrobe Wildcats home opener as they welcome the Plum Mustangs. And welcome on to the field here at Memorial Stadium. I am Matt Fargo, joined alongside the former Penn Stater and Pitt Panther, Johnny Patrician. Happy to have you along. Week number 1 of the Steelers High School Football Showcase, which means all 117 teams across the WPIAL will be in action this week. And 2 of them already got their season started in week 0, JP. But you could kind of feel a little bit more of the anticipation of this matchup with Plum and Latrobe now that we're down here on the field.
Yeah, the jitters of week 1, or I guess week 0, are going to be away now. Teams are going to get more into rhythm and used to each other, and the games are going to be more smooth this week. So I'm excited for a better matchup because we had a lopsided one with Plum last week.
Yeah, Plum falling to Franklin Regional last week in week 0. Meanwhile, Latrobe with high hopes this season trying to go to 2-0 after their week 1 win over Connellsville. Let's take a look at the Giant Eagle players to watch. We'll start with the Plum Mustangs and their running back, and Nick Odom.
Nicky Odom, I like to say he's quicker than fast. He has good vision. They run him a lot between the tackles. He doesn't have breakaway killer speed, but he gets the job done.
He also able to get into the passing game as well as they set up screens to him, as you could see there, as the Plum Mustangs are going to rely on him. He had over 1,000 yards rushing last year for the Mustangs. Meanwhile, on the other side, it's Alex Tatch. He is a highly recruited man for the Greater Latrobe Wildcats.
Actually, Alex Tash and I, we share the same gym and trainer in the offseason, so we got to know each other pretty well, and he is as advertised. He works really hard. He got a good head on his shoulders. He reminds me of the old school Penn State linebackers, physical, blue collar, and he's from a country town like Latrobe. So he's exactly going to fit the mold for Penn State, and I'm excited to see him pop off the screen tonight.
Headed up to linebacker U, but the senior season, high expectations for him. All right, now let's take a look at the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette power rankings in Class 5A. How does it shake out after week 0 matchups? You see the Peters Township Indians are at the top. They are 1-0, and checking in at number 5, how about the Latrobe Wildcats? The Wildcats have waited a long time to see their name amongst the top in the class. They got to be pretty excited about that. High expectations this year.
I think anytime you play on television in high school football is an exciting time. Neither of these teams are used to being on television, so I'm sure they're stoked tonight. But good news for the teams that lost last week is that they're only 1 game behind all the teams that won. So they can't go much further.
That's a good way to look at it. Let's take a look at the Game Changers, brought to you by St. Vincent College right down the street from here. JP, how do you get a win tonight?
First off, I want to talk about star power versus team football. Latrobe has the star power. They have the big recruits, and the way you overcome that or neutralize that for Plum is by playing clean, fundamentally sound football. No penalties, no turnovers, and everybody just needs to focus on their job. Secondly, short memory. We're on television tonight. All the players know it. They're not used to this. Somebody's going to mess up. You're going to have a bad play at some point. You need to snap and clear and move on to the next play. Everybody has bad plays, but the next one is the most important one. And finally, simple. Do your job. Sometimes in big games, in TV games, people try too hard to make a play, and that's when you mess up. Just do your job and let the plays come to you, and everything will be all right.
I like it. There you go. The Game Changers Brought to you by St. Vincent College. All right, these two teams have met 6 times since 2014, and the series is tied 3 games apiece. Who will it be tonight on the Steelers High School Showcase? Find out when we kick it off, coming up next.
Celebrate the start of football season at the Kickoff and Rib Festival at Acrisure Stadium, presented by Icy Light. August 29th through September 2nd. Admission is free. Enjoy national rib vendors, football, music, activities, and more. Visit acrissurestadium.com/ribfest for details.
To UPMC Sports Medicine, a huge center of excellence built by Freddie Fu.
A fantastic, world-renowned place where we see athletes, we see patients of all walks of life, world-renowned surgeons.
Primary care sports medicine physicians.
Board-certified physical therapists.
A comprehensive multidisciplinary assessment to evaluate for concussion.
Nutrition.
Athletic training.
Sports performance.
Everything is right here that you need. So we deliver that right to you.
As someone who disrupts plans for a living, I can't say enough about the importance of life insurance. Sometimes you can see the end zone right ahead of you, you can have a clear shot, then bam, it's Cam. A policy from GBU Life can let you focus more on getting out from under what life throws at you and worry less about protecting the life you are working hard to build. You can get a policy with GBU Life that is affordable to you now and build on it for the future with their guaranteed purchase option rider. Get started protecting the life you are building today at gbu.org.
Around here in the fall, harvest moons, cool, crisp evenings, and on Friday nights, legends come alive in Pittsburgh. WPIAL High School Football. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Steel City Game of the Week. Allegiant salutes the players, the fans, the cheerleaders, and the parents. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. 6 locations and a sponsor of this WPIAL High School Football broadcast.
This is the moment to make this summer the summer in a new 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander or Outlander plug-in hybrid at Sendell Mitsubishi. With its premium interior, 2 years limited maintenance included, super all-wheel control, and an industry-leading warranty. Drive home with 0% APR for 48 months, plus 0 down payment. The moment is now at Sendell Mitsubishi.
Wide open for the touchdown.
He goes down.
Put it all on the line. Put it all on the line. I know it's a time. Oh, are you ready? Are you ready? Come on. Oh, let's go.
You better be ready because here we go. The Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week. Plum and Latrobe. Moments away from kickoff. Let's go down to the third member of our crew. It's Susie Cole.
Thanks, Matt. Just because the Latrobe Wildcats shut out a Collinsville squad 41-0 in Week 0 action doesn't mean that head coach Ron Prady and his team can take the Plum Mustangs lightly tonight. Prady wants his team to execute up front better, slow them down on their run game, and match Plum's physicality because Prady knows that Plum will come into tonight with a little bit of an edge after losing their Week 0 game. Plum head coach Matt Morgan said that while some bad did come from last week, a lot of good came from it too. He knows his team needs to execute better tonight, make plays, and simply do better because from here on out, just like every other team in 5A, Plum does not have a very forgiving schedule, and that physically demanding schedule continues tonight against Latrobe. Matt?
There's no doubt about it, Susie, as we get ready for this matchup. And now in 5A, JP, the fact that the pairing committee, the WPIAL steering committee, will now have a say-so in who gets in with these wild cards. It's not going to be like last year when Upper St. Clair got left out with 8 wins. Now you're out of conference schedules, and how you win is pretty important on how and if you get in.
Well, any situation is better than last year. That wasn't fair for Upper St. Clair, so hopefully we don't have any situation like that again.
There's head coach for the Plum Mustangs, Matt Morgan, in his 12th season, a 1999 graduate of the Mustangs, and also played in the National Football League, St. Louis Rams, and Buffalo Bills, and he's also, like you, JP, a Pitt Panther.
Love that. Hail to Pitt, baby.
On the other side of the coin, it's Latrobe coach Ron Prady in his 3rd season at the helm. He's already 8th all-time for Greater Latrobe wins, and 16 wins in his 3 seasons. And that playoff win over Highlands, the first in a long time for the Greater Latrobe Wildcats. They're excited about the squad they have here in 2024.
Coach Prady has really turned around the culture since he's been in the past 3 years.
Olivia Bigger has this one teed up. And Miss Bigger will send it the way of the Wildcats. Scooped up at the 15-yard line across the 20, 25, 30. And upended shy of the 35-yard line on the return for the Wildcats. Andy Tatch, younger brother of Alex. And we're going to get to take a look at the Latrobe starting lineup here in a moment. Here's the 5A power rankings once again for the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. Latrobe number 5. We talked about it in pregame, JP.
Yeah, they're not used to being up here, but hey, they got to get familiar with it. This is going to be a good season for them, and, you know, the sky's the limit.
John Wetzel leads this offense for the Wildcats. Had an interception return for a touchdown, first play from scrimmage last week against Connellsville, and he is a do-it-all player. He is headed to Marshall. 126 offers did Wetzel have as they'll start first down at 10 from the pistol formation. It's a handoff to Alex Tatch, highly recruited, 6'3", 225-pound senior, gets the carry for 4 yards on first down as we take a look at the Plum Mustang starting defense. And it is going to be that line. Keep an eye on Dorian Anderson and Darian Slaughter. The inside, it's going to be won and lost in the trenches here tonight, JP, and those guys got to step up for the Mustangs.
Well, any defensive lineman with the last name Slaughter, he's got to have a big game.
It's an all-name team. We get another representative. We're going to have a full team by the end of the year. Second down for the Wildcats as they operate 2nd and 6 from the 38. Option play as off the left side, it's Wetzel, and Wetzel picks up a first down just shy of the midfield stripe. It's our first Kelly Automotive first down of tonight's ballgame.
The advantage of a play like that on quarterback run, you gain a blocker. Because usually with the quarterback just handing it off to the running back, you lose a player.
Wetzel was the first 1,000-yard rusher and 1,000-yard passer in Latrobe history. Also had 73 tackles and 3 picks last year. And his 3rd year as the starter for the Wildcats, now a senior. Play action. Wetzel going to test it deep down the near side boundary and overshot his intended receiver, incomplete. Trying to find Vince Gasky, the intended man. It will be 2nd and 10.
I like the idea of taking a shot, though. You get your first down, you settle in, and then let's take a shot. See how the Plum secondary is.
Another look at it on the UPMC Sports Medicine Instant Replay. Had a step on the defender. Just overcooked a tad. 2nd and 10. Ball rests at the 49-yard line. Trips go tight. Top of your screen. Option play keeping is Wetzel, and open passers for Wetzel to run. He's inside the 30 and down at the 25-yard line. Another first down for the Wildcats. 26 yards on the rush.
On that zone read play, the quarterback is just reading the left defensive end. If he crashes, then he pulls it, keeps the ball, and runs like he did. Or if he stays there, he's going to hand it off to the running back. Perfect decision by Wetzel right there.
See why the young man had 37 touchdowns last season. 17 passing, 18 rushing, had a couple defensive touchdowns thrown into the mix. Now he'll throw the slant pattern, got his receiver for the touchdown. It's Andy Tatch hauling in the touchdown, the junior for the 25-yard touchdown for Greater Latrobe.
Latrobe gets in the end zone off RPO action, fakes the run, brings everybody in the box, and hits the slant right behind the linebackers.
That 25-yard pass and catch caps off a 66-yard drive. And now the extra point from Roman Agostoni. Agostoni is a soccer player, had 2 goals in the win on Tuesday for Greater Latrobe. Soccer. Greater Latrobe football has 7. Plum Mustangs, their offensive first possession on the back half of this break. It's the Steelers High School Showcase presented by Giant Eagle of the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette on KDKA+.
At 2 Men and a Junk Truck, we can remove your things so you have room to dream.
Fall is in the air at Pittsburgh's premier outdoor shopping, dining, and play destination, the Waterfront. Find fall weather gear at retailers like Old Navy, DSW, and Rally House. Dine at family-friendly restaurants like Primanti Brothers, Shorty's Tap and Taco, and more. Experience indoor playtime at Dave & Buster's, Urban Air, and more. Speaking of play, the Waterfront is a proud sponsor of this Steel City High School football broadcast and happy to support WPIAL football across our region. Visit us at waterfrontpgh.com for more information.
Potomac Furniture's factory authorized sale. Enjoy an additional discount on all Smith Brothers special order upholstery sofas, sectionals, recliners, and more. Come in and save now through early September. Route 19 McMurray or PotomacFurniture.com. Hurry before the extra savings are gone.
It's a postcard perfect night in Latrobe, Pennsylvania Memorial Stadium. Wildcats have a 7-0 advantage. Early in this one, really an impressive job by Greater Latrobe, JP, to just drive down the field. Oftentimes that first series scripted, and it went to script for the Wildcats.
Yeah, it couldn't have gone much better. They had 1 incomplete pass on the deep shot. Other than that, they were all positive plays. You'd like to see Plum get a stop there because they don't want this to end up like last week.
Agostoni puts a leg into this one, and he puts it into the back of the end zone. How about this young man's leg? We're going to take a look at the Plum Mustangs starting offense. Anchored by TJ Futulis, I beg your pardon, Nicky Odom at running back. Mentioned Darian Nelson. He is offered to St. Francis and a couple other PSAC schools. Go off the left side. It's Prohovic getting the end around off the bigger part, and that is Sloan Humphreys getting the end around, and no gain on the play as we take a look at the Greater Latrobe starting defense. And Alex Tatch, of course, anchors that, but also keeping an eye out on that secondary, and John Wetzel and Tyler Bauer. Andy Tatch, the younger brother. This defensive front is stacked for the Wildcats. Handoff on second down. They put it into the stomach of Nick Odom. Mentioned Nick at the top of the broadcast. 5'9", 185-pound senior. Over 1,000 yards rushing last season, an all-conference player.
Third and manageable here. You'd like to see Futules get a completed pass here. Get his confidence, get his momentum, his rhythm.
Tullis near side, letting it fly, and just overcooked, incomplete. Chris Darian Nelson, the intended receiver on the play for the Mustangs. Pass goes incomplete, and it's 4th down. Special teams unit out for the Mustangs.
They only needed 6, Matt. I don't love the decision to throw 40.
They'll bring in special teams unit. Punt by Latolis is down, and it will roll out of bounds where the Wildcats going to have half a football field to go to try to expand their lead, already 7-0 in our Steelers High School Showcase. It is a beautiful night. Summer-like, doesn't feel yet like fall. 83 degrees here in Latrobe, and the Steelers, well familiar with the area, having training camp at St. Vincent College, and of course their Friday Night Lights game right on this very field. That's why we're dealing with the all-natural surface tonight.
Looks gorgeous. I love grass rather than turf. Easier on the body, looks prettier, it's natural.
And shout out to the Greater Latrobe paint team. Looks great.
Grounds crew.
Yes. Well, hey.
Paint team.
Paint team. The guys that were painting the field. You know what I'm talking
paint
about.
Team.
You know, sometimes the grounds crew's just the guys that worry about the grounds, and then they have a different team coming in painting the field. Maybe. You know?
You paint on the ground, so I think.
All right. Tell us what you think. Tweet us. Formerly Twitter, on to X. Can talk about this more. We'll have a poll at halftime. 2nd down, and a handoff that goes nowhere. Plum slicing in. That was Darian Slaughter living up to the name, as Prahovic had nowhere to go.
That play was over before it started. Now 3rd and long here for Latrobe. They're going to have to go to the air. That's an unfortunate play, because if they got positive yardage there, then you have every play in the playbook with 3rd and manageable. But now you're faced with 3rd and long.
Evan Corrigan also in on that tackle for the Mustangs. Give credit there. 3rd down and 9. Wetzel from the shotgun. Attached to the right side. Back to pass. Wetzel has pressure now. He escapes, steps up now, will try to run with it and run for a 1st down and tightrope the near sideline, finally slicing him down. Raphael Still, but it is still a Greater Latrobe 1st down.
I really like the play design there from Coach Prady. They put Tash in the backfield and had him run a wheel route up the right sideline. They just didn't have protection long enough. Pressure off the right side, or else that was going to Tash. But they say there's more than one way to skin a cat. 1st down either way.
Tatch the fake and Wetzel the keep to the 30. Pulled down by Nick Sheffel, the senior. Latrobe 8-4 a season ago. Handed West Allegheny, ready for this, JP? Last year, Latrobe handed West Allegheny their first playoff loss at home in playoff and program history.
Wow.
39-7. Big win for the Mustangs, or beg your pardon, big win for the Wildcats, and then they went on to lose to Aliquippa in the WPIL playoffs.
That was a great game, nail-biter.
Yeah, they went down early and battled back at Heinz Field.
Yeah.
Off the right side. Squeezing his way is Brady Prahovic. Looks like he's going to be about a half a football short of the sticks. Going to be 3rd down and less than a yard here.
Very efficient offense so far from Latrobe. They're getting whatever they want offensively. I wonder if this ball is going to Tash in the backfield.
They fake it to him and then pop it out, throw it out into the flat for a 1st down as Jack Djevich makes the reception, and he'll move the sticks for the Wildcats. That's a Kelly Automotive 1st down.
Smart play there. They fake it to Tash, and the whole defense collapsed on him, and the flat was wide open.
The ball now inside the 20, which means we are inside the Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union red zone. Wetzel turns around, hands it off one more time. It's Brady Prohovic, and he's stacked up. Mustangs fly to the football.
Plum's going with the bend, but don't break defense here. Would love to hold him to a field goal. If you go down 2 scores early in the game, this could get away from him. Holding Latrobe to a field goal here is crucial.
Patelis was the first one there to make the tackle. Now it's second down at 12. Left side. It's Tatch, the carry. Runs to the near side boundary, and he's right at a first down. They're going to say it's just short of a first down. Ball now at the 10. Needs the 9 for a first.
I like seeing them get Tash activated early, getting him the ball in the open field, putting him in different spots, moving him around.
Wildcats already have 106 yards of total offense. They hand it off to Tatch one more time, and he's inside to the 5. First down, Wildcats. Yeah, not only are they moving him around, JP, but they also have so many other weapons to go with to kind of misdirect any defense if they're just trying to key on 25.
Yeah, that's huge. They've used him as a decoy a few times now, and it's worked.
Wetzel with Prohovic in the backfield out of the pistol formation. Prohovic gets the carry, sidesteps a man, stretches for the goal line, and he's in. Touchdown, Wildcats. Brady Prohovic.
Just old-fashioned smash-mouth football there. Prohovic punches it in, reaches across the goal line for 6. Breaks the plane.
First touchdown, 5 plays. This one, they double it. 10 plays, 50 yards.
Trouble on the hold there, Matt.
And the extra point no good due to it. But the Latrobe student section enjoying it right now, a 13-0 advantage over the Mustangs of Plum. It's the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week presented by Giant Eagle in the Post-Gazette, and it comes back on KDK Plus after this.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first.
And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever.
Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
Steelers Style, presented by Neighborhood Ford Store, PNC, UPMC, and UPMC Health Plan. Watch our players, coaches, and special guests walk the runway to raise money for Steelers charities. Get your tickets at Steelers.com/SteelersStyle.
Hi, my name's Nathan Holmes, and I'm the owner of Three Rivers Grown. The way Three Rivers Grown works with local farms, we help them get their products to market. We have these farmers who are committed to growing the very best produce that they can, picked the day before and delivered to the store the next day. Giant Eagle's mission, beyond the relationship with local farms, they're also looking for us to help source the best quality stuff. I'm Nathan Holmes, and this is my Giant Eagle.
Did you know you can make your home or building look brand new? For the whole project, or just spot repointing, make your home exterior brand new like when it was built. Call or visit Mariani-Richards.com.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by UPMC Sports Medicine, by GBU Life,
by Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union, by Giant Eagle, grocery shopping made easy. It's a windy Friday night here in Latrobe. Well, the Wildcats have been able to tame it, get into the end zone twice, 13-0. Back with Johnny Patrician and Susie Cool. Matt Fargo with you. Our JRM production crew bringing you Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week. And the Wildcats out to a fast start.
Plum needs to get the chains moving on this drive here.
Another big
just
time
to start.
kick.
You got to start somewhere.
Agostoni puts another one out of the back of the end zone. How about Zach Hyde, the athletic director, being the ball fetcher there for Greater Latrobe? Man of many hats.
I wonder if he's on the paint team, too.
Here we go.
I'm never letting that one go.
All right. First down at 10 for the Mustangs. Back to work offensively. Watellis hands it off. Not much room for Odom as Tatch comes up and lays a lick. Now this is a Plum offense. Starts 5 new offensive linemen this season. They lost their guy that they thought was going to be the anchor, Chase Sherrock, out for the season with a torn ACL. Coach told me biggest kid on the team. Also Noah Odom, Nick's twin brother, out right now. He'll be back in a few weeks though. So a little bit of the injury bug for the Mustangs right out of the gate. Keeping Watellis, but not.
Yeah, you never want to see that,
advised.
Matt. Anytime you lose the biggest player on your team, especially in high school football, that's not going to be good for you.
And when you have to put 5 new guys out there, there's a continuity opportunity there that needs to happen.
I think experience on the O-line in high school football could completely make or break your team. That's very overlooked factor of a team.
Don't you feel like that's the case at every level of football? Like the guys up front really do make or break it?
Yeah.
How about Futellis breaking free and has a Kelly Automotive first down? Big play there for the Mustangs.
That's huge for them. Get some confidence. That's their first down of the game. Chains are moving, and they're going hurry up.
24 yards on the quarterback scramble. Going hurry up. Watellis keeps one more time. He's going to try to get outside to the numbers, and he does. And he's wrapped up there. Chris Cochran for the Wildcats does the honors, but there is a Mustang player down as we take another look at 2 nice runs by Watellis.
You were just talking about the injury bug, Matt. You jinxed it. Hate to see that. Hopefully it's just a cramp.
Hopefully. As the 10 to the injured player, we're going to step aside here on KDKA Plus.
Macero Corporation has been a commercial general contractor in Pittsburgh since 1967. But did you know that we also have an agency construction management firm? Macero Construction Management Services can be your advocate when building or renovating your new school. If you're a school superintendent, business manager, or school board member and have a new construction project on the horizon, Macero CMS can provide you with the complete construction management services you need for a successful project delivered safely, on time, and on budget. Visit MaceroCG.com for more information.
I'm attorney Edgar Snyder. For over 40 years, you've watched me do my signature point on TV. But who am I pointing at?
He's pointing at someone who's been hurt in an accident.
Someone overwhelmed with paperwork.
Someone struggling with bills.
Someone who can't get answers.
Someone who can't get justice.
I'm pointing at my community, my neighbors, and letting them know we're here to help. So remember, there's never a fee unless we get money for you.
From heating and cooling to a large array of construction equipment, Herc Rentals has the gear you need to get the job done. Herc Rentals is already a staple in several communities across the United States and Canada, and have been serving our customers' needs since 1965. With a catalog of equipment that spans the spectrum of almost every kind of solution you can think of. To learn more about Herc Rentals, visit hercrentals.com or call us at 1-888-777-2700.
It's the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Sandell Subaru in Greensburg. And there's definitely a lot to love about the 2025 Subaru Outback. Qualified customers can get APR financing as low as 2.9% for up to 72 months on a 2025 Outback. Or get 2.9% APR on a 2024 Subaru Crosstrek with up to 34 mpg highway. Sandell Subaru, Route 30, Greensburg. SandellSubaru.com. We would love to meet you.
Tonight's aerial coverage is presented to you by GBU Life. Protect what matters now. Not good news for the Mustangs. Another lineman down. Tell you about that as Fotelis escapes, bouncing off a couple tacklers and finally help arrives. Took a couple Wildcats to get down the Mustang quarterback.
Yeah, something wasn't right there. I think there was a miscommunication on some front, whether it was blocking scheme, because I think Fotelis thought he was going to drop back pass, but I don't think the offensive line pass blocked.
That injured Mustang player was Darian Slaughter, by the way. Keep an update on his participation. Certainly much needed on that line, both sides of it. Fotelis throwing out a tall screen pass, and it goes incomplete, intended for Humphreys. But Humphreys wasn't going to have much room had he caught it.
Yeah, that play was made by Chris Cochran for Latrobe. He made Fotelis throw that ball, put some air underneath it for the screen, or else he could have thrown a line drive and the receiver could have got moving upfield.
Seen pretty much the quarterback, TJ Fotelis, tonight. Told John Nonnenberg, also a sophomore, threw a touchdown pass last week against Franklin Regional. Also available. Coach telling us he wants to ride the hot hand. He's going to take a timeout here. As Plum takes the timeout. You know, one of the most known Plum Mustangs is Pat McAfee. A couple years ago, came back to his community and donated over $6 million to sports programs all over the Plum School District. Great to give back, and Pat has certainly done that. And he's in Morgantown tonight preparing for coverage of WVU and Penn State. But Pat and his show giving back to his community, hasn't forgot where he's came from, JP.
That's awesome, yeah. Right in our home area there. I talked to him. He grew up right over the hill from me. He commentated one of my pit games a couple years ago. I introduced myself to him. He's a nice guy.
On fourth down, flags get this play to stop in its tracks. And let's talk to referee Tom Trilly. Say offsides against the Wildcats. So on fourth down, Latrobe will gift the Mustangs a fresh set of downs.
That's probably the best thing that Plum could have asked for right there.
And it's one thing that Rob Prady told us earlier this week. They only had 3 penalties in the first game of the season. You kind of expect some pre-snap stuff like that. Only 3 penalties. He was very happy with that.
Yeah, that's a pretty clean game.
First down at 10. Odom with a burst of speed. Picks up 3 on first down. Let's go down to Susie Cool. She has an injury update.
Lineman Darian Slaughter got out on that one play. I went over to the Plum sideline, and he was getting his left ankle taped by his athletic trainer. I looked at him, and I said, "Are you going back in the game?" He looked at me, and he said, "Bet on it." So we will be seeing 51 back on this field here tonight. Matt?
Bet on it.
Bet on it. Spoken like a guy with the last name Slaughter.
Yep. Just throw some tape on that thing and get back in there.
Absolutely. Love the gamers. Second down. Motion. They go jet motion and pitch it out to Darian Nelson, and Nelson is bottled up. Great pursuit to the football. There is a flag down. We'll check that.
I know the jet sweeps are such a big part of Plum's offense, the east to west strategy, but Latrobe has so much speed on their defense that those plays don't work too well versus them.
Wildcats got a handful of face masks there, though, and that's going to give the Mustangs more free yardage.
Well, this is what we talked about pregame, Matt. Plum needs to play clean football, allow Latrobe to make mistakes, don't gift them any turnovers, and that's how you stay in the game.
50 seconds coming up here in the first quarter, 13-0 Latrobe, but Mustangs trying to put something together here. They go jet motion again, and it's a designed run play. Fotelis breaks a tackle into the second line of defense and is right shy, about a yard shy of a first down. Bring up second down and 1 after another quarterback carry.
Nice play there, and that play was set up by the previous one. They ran the jet sweep 2 plays ago, and Latrobe thought they were doing it again.
They'll bring up a second down and 1. I'm imagining with the game clock ahead of the play clock, that will be the final play of the first quarter. Wildcats in front of the Mustangs after 12 minutes. Come back with us. It's the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week on KDKA Plus. Second quarter action from Latrobe on the back half of this break. Don't go away.
Macero Corporation has been a commercial general contractor in Pittsburgh since 1967. But did you know that we also have an agency construction management firm? Macero Construction Management Services can be your advocate when building or renovating your new school. If you're a school superintendent, business manager, or school board member and have a new construction project on the horizon, Macero CMS can provide you with the complete construction management services you need for a successful project delivered safely, on time, and on budget. Visit macerocg.com for more information.
By having real clients and producing real campaigns, at La Roche, our students thrive by putting their ideas into action.
The students at La Roche that are using applied learning completely nailed my business and delivered me something that I am going to be able to use in real time.
It was a really nice experience to actually see how the establishment functions, being able to actually work with real people, real community partners, instead of something that was hypothetical.
Want to get gear direct from the team? Shop all things black and gold at the official Steelers Pro Shop located at Acrisure Stadium. Get the latest sideline apparel and hats, jerseys of your favorite players, authentic memorabilia, custom gear, and exclusives you can only find here. Don't forget, you aren't game day ready without a terrible towel. The Steelers Pro Shop has everything you need to be part of the legendary Steelers Nation. Come experience the Acrisure Stadium shopping environment or shop online at shop.steelers.com.
It's more than a move. It's a new job for her, a new baseball team for him. And for Badger, it's a new yard with more room to roam. It's more than a move, and we're more than a truck.
Potomac Furniture's factory authorized sale. Enjoy an additional discount on all Smith Brothers special order upholstery sofas, sectionals, recliners, and more. Come in and save now through early September. Route 19 McMurray or PotomacFurniture.com. Hurry before the extra savings are gone.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Macero Construction, by Herc Rentals, by Kelly Automotive, by La Roche University. Be your authentic self.
High above Memorial Stadium in Latrobe. Going to look at the Mustangs side of things. Plum just 2 years removed of that 8-0 start. Made the WPIL semifinals. And they get off the right side. It's Odom who picks up a first down. We are inside the Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union red zone.
Latrobe has pretty much gifted Plum this whole drive so far, but now Plum needs to take care of it themselves.
They have a first down and 10 as the ball rests at the 14-yard line. Vitellis from the shotgun. They go jet sweep one more time and passing it in front to Charles Hart, and Hart picks his way inside the 10-yard line.
So we've seen a few different wrinkles off of that jet sweep motion now. We've seen the jet sweep, we've seen the fake jet sweep and the dive, and there is the shovel pass there.
Most accurate pass you can get there. I think I can make that throw.
That counts.
All right. Add another one for the stat book for TJ Vitellis.
That's the Carlos Offgo pass.
There it is. Odom gets tracked down, attached coming from the backside and tripping him up. You know, for being a D1 guy like you were, how much slower in your senior year, what did you feel like high school football moved, or did you still feel like it was fast because you hadn't made it to the jump there?
No, it felt slow.
Yeah.
I said my senior year for sure.
I feel like for all those guys, it just slows down so much that senior year.
Yeah, anytime there's a Power 5 guy on a high school field, he should stand out.
How about Vitellis is into the end zone. Touchdown Mustangs. TJ finds his way into the end zone for the Mustang touchdown.
Plum's not going away just yet. Love to see him fighting back. Vitellis gets creative. Doesn't see anybody open and tucks it and does it on his own.
Extra point is up and good from Olivia Bigger, member of the girls soccer team at the home of the Mustangs and also a member of the football team. Has this game 13-7. Wildcats still in front. Come back with us on KDKA Plus.
Did you know you can make your home or building look brand new? For the whole project, or just spot repointing, make your home exterior brand new like when it was built. Call or visit Mariani-Richards.com.
Celebrate the start of football season at the Kickoff and Rib Festival at Acrisure Stadium, presented by Icy Light, August 29th through September 2nd. Admission is free. Enjoy national rib vendors, football, music, activities, and more. Visit AcrisureStadium.com/ribfest for details.
College isn't for everyone. But from pay to training to retirement, Pennsylvania Laborers Union members live better.
PA Laborers Union offers a great wage potential of $42 per hour and terrific health benefits.
Imagine having zero student loans while receiving state-of-the-art construction training. Join the team and get mentorship and guidance from experienced members. Go now to LaborPARecruit.com for more information.
I'm Albert Lin. I'm Chief of Shoulder Surgery at UPMC. I chose orthopedics because we have a chance of making really positive impacts on people's lives to get people back to whatever it is they want to do, whether that's their job, whether it's sports, whether it's just raising their hands so that they can put on their shirt. Everything that we do is driven towards improving patient care and patient outcome. World-renowned care, world-renowned surgery, world-renowned experts in everything. And that is really what sets UPMC apart.
We're back to Latrobe. 13-7, Wildcats lead the Mustangs in our Steelers High School Showcase game of the week. Olivia Bigger will kick it back off to the Wildcats, scooped up across the 20, 25, 30. Just shy of the 40 on that return. It's Thatch, Alex Thatch, getting already or Andy Tatch, I beg your pardon, on the return. He's the junior that is still getting recruited. WVU has already offered him, the younger brother of Alex.
That's awesome. To be able to play high school with your brother and then potentially in college, it's pretty cool.
Play against him?
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. Who's mom and dad root for? Alex gets the call, and Tatch is just going through Mustangs, and he's into Plum territory inside the 40. It's a gain of 23.
That's what I was saying the last drive, Matt. It was kind of anticlimactic. We were talking about this during the touchdown. Anytime there's a Power 5 Division I guy in a high school field, he should look like a man amongst boys compared to everybody else. And Tash does. It takes 2 or 3 guys to bring him down. He's bigger than everybody else. It's obvious.
Coach was telling me, and you can voice your opinion about this being that you've worked out with him, but he really puts in the time. He's one of those gym rat guys.
Yeah, he works really hard, so he's going to have a bright future. And I think he hasn't even touched the surface of his potential in the weight room. You know, once he gets to Penn State, he's going to put on more weight and get stronger.
Had a 127 offers, obviously committed to Penn State in the top 300 on ESPN. 99 tackles, 5 sacks, 4 picks last year. Coach called him a physical freak. Let's take a look at the Whippeal Insider Top 25. This is not bearing on classification at all. Carlos Zofko has the Aliquip Equips at number 1, Peters Township at 2. You see the Latrobe Wildcats check in at 13 on that top 25. We'll see the Pittsburgh Central Catholic Vikings in action next week against number 17 on the list, Woodland Hills, next week. Anything stick out there to you?
You know I'm a Central guy, but they're 0-1 and they're number 4. That doesn't seem right to me.
They lost to.
I know, but still. You can't be number 4 if you're winless.
All right. Tough on his Vikings. And Wetzel goes off the right side. Andy Wetzel, John Wetzel, picks up a first down for the Wildcats.
Wetzel is really the guy for this Latrobe team that makes everything go. He's the decision maker, the play caller, and he's very good at it. But he's a classic high school player, you know, does all the dirty work on offense and defense. Clearly a good athlete.
He'll play in the secondary for the Thundering Herd next year. Whistles blow this play dead. It's a delay a game on the Wildcats. Speaking of delay, last week the Wildcats just rocked flat black helmets. Their helmet stickers hadn't come in yet, so this is the first game they'll actually have the cats across the helmets.
This is a great setting on this field, Matt.
Yeah,
you know,
it feels old-time high school football, doesn't it?
Smokestacks over there,
Yeah.
old townhouses. Got the mountains in the background. Pretty cool.
Wetzel throwing out into the flat, completes his pass as Gasky makes the reception, shakes off a would-be tackler and gets to the 20-yard line where he's brought down. And now we have entered the Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union red zone.
See, broken tackle is the name of the game.
Here's Tatch. Breaking tackles there, and he's inside the 10. First and goal for the Cats.
Well, Latrobe's just marching down the field. They're nickel and diming them. 5 yards, 7 yards, 4 yards, 8 yards. It's a nice, pretty drive. Very well balanced. Now they just got to finish it off.
Tatch will line up as a receiver, bottom of your screen. Go in motion now. Wetzel keeps off the left side. Wetzel is into the end zone. Touchdown, Greater Latrobe. John Wetzel.
You know, that play was a little predictable, but it works. You know, if Plum knows it's coming and they still can't stop it, then they should run it. They took Tash from the right side to the left side, made him the lead blocker, and Wetzel followed him into the end zone.
5-play, 61-yard drive. And the Roman Agostoni extra point this time is good. So 8:23 to go in the second. And the Greater Latrobe Wildcats lead it 20-7 over the Plum Mustangs on the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week.
This awesome gift is from my grandma. I use free pay policy from GB Life. What does it do? It accumulates cash value, helps protect my future insurability, and it may even earn dividends. What's so great about that? My policy will grow with me. Plus, I get access to the GBO Life Youth Leaders Program, scholarships, and more. Oh. You might be interested in a GBO Life annuity. You're probably thinking about retiring soon, right, Mrs. Jones?
Fall is in the air at Pittsburgh's premier outdoor shopping, dining, and play destination, the Waterfront. Find fall weather gear at retailers like Old Navy, DSW, and Rally House. Dine at family-friendly restaurants like Primanti Brothers, Shorty's Tap and Taco, and more. Experience indoor playtime at Dave & Buster's, Urban Air, and more. Speaking of play, the Waterfront is a proud sponsor of this Steel City High School football broadcast and happy to support WPIAL football across our region. Visit us at waterfrontpgh.com for more information.
Quiet on set? No way. This is Jake's time to shine. And Ryan's. And our crew. Cameras, check. Drones, check. Checking that shot we just checked? Double check. We ain't got time to chill. We're out here capturing this action. This is when we get to work. To bring you every moment live, no matter what. Broadcasting changes everything. Transform how you experience the game with JRM Video Production.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, by the Waterfront, by Two Men and a Junk Truck Pittsburgh, by Panera Bread, and we're back to Latrobe. Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week presented by Giant Eagle and the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette with Johnny Patrician and Susie Cool. I'm Matt Fargo. There we are. The faces to the names here on the showcase. 20-7, Latrobe on top of Plum. 8:23 to go here in the first half. Coming up, the Shell halftime show at the end of this quarter. Susie Cool gets you caught up with all the great things happening in Steelers Youth football. Get you from scores from around week one. Really great slate of games on, and this one is muffed. Rolled back to the 1-yard line, and now a return across the 10 to the 15. And really a decent job of making something happen there, but he is now down. Raphael Still, the injured Mustang. We're going to step aside one moment and have a word from our friends at the Steelers.
Want to get gear direct from the team? Shop all things black and gold at the official Steelers Pro Shop located at Acrisure Stadium. Get the latest sideline apparel and hats, jerseys of your favorite players, authentic memorabilia, custom gear, and exclusives you can only find here. Don't forget, you aren't game day ready without a terrible towel. The Steelers Pro Shop has everything you need to be part of the legendary Steelers Nation. Come experience the Acrisure Stadium shopping environment or shop online at shop.steelers.com.
Training staff still tending to Raphael Still. Junior on this Mustang squad. It's like they're working on his left leg. As they tend to him, good to see him sitting up.
Make sure you're following us on social media. Steelers Youth Football and at JRM Sports on X, Instagram, and YouTube for all of the exclusive content, real-time highlights, and on-demand broadcasts. You can watch this full broadcast on the JRM Sports YouTube channel. Make sure you follow us all season long for all the action. And you saw head coach for the Plum Mustangs, Matt Morgan, out in his 12th season, out to take a look at his junior return man.
It's always nice when the head coach goes out to check on his player, especially in this situation where the player is down 50 yards away from their bench.
Yeah.
You know?
All right. They need some help off, but it's the worst part of the game. It's a part of the game, unfortunately, but it is the worst part of the game.
By far. Nothing you can do about it, though. The stadium filled out pretty nicely.
Yeah, they knew
fans filled in a little bit. Opening night here.
Opening night, 7:10 kickoff. And they knew you were coming.
Well, they can't hear me because they're not watching TV. Big showing from the Latrobe student section here.
Yes.
And now let's talk about the other side. What do you think there, Matt?
You know, they're here. We resume play as Nick Odom gets the carry and he gets tossed backwards. First one on the scene, Sandro Castillo. Not as good as Latrobe, I'll say, but Plum has a student contingent here.
That's a nice way to put it.
Second down, 15. Tellis back to pass. Has time, slant route, got his man right at the 20-yard line. On the reception, Nico Signor, the junior, hauls in the pass.
Wow, risky throw there. Across the middle, backed up in your own territory. That took some confidence in his arm. Just fits it in there.
This is also a Wildcat squad defensively, JP, that forced 6 turnovers last week against Connellsville.
Yep, that's a big factor in winning or losing, I'd say.
You're going to win a lot of games, you force 6, right?
Right.
Patelis comfortable in the pocket, delivers a dime. First down for the Mustangs at the 33-yard line. It's Sloan Humphreys who had the touchdown catch for the Mustangs last week. He picks up 14 at a first down.
All right, Fucellis is getting some confidence here. We're getting in rhythm. 2 completed passes in a row, and they're moving the chains. They got out of their own territory, which is good. So now they're not punting out of their own end zone, at least.
From the 34, that's a Kelly Automotive first down. Sets up a screen pass to the far side, and Nelson can't haul it in, incomplete.
You know, sometimes those are the hardest throws to make because they're shorter and the receiver's open. You know, and you see them. You know, it's just harder to make. And case in point right there. Put it in the dirt.
I'd also be thinking in the back of my mind is there's someone in the secondary lurking.
Exactly.
You know, that Nino DeMichael pick that we had last week.
Right, and there's pressure because you got to get it out there fast or else the play's not going to work.
Odom gets the call on second down, picks up 3.
Braden Bronson on the tackle for the Wildcats. Latrobe returned 7 starters on offense and 7 on defense from last year's 4A playoff team. Moved up in classification as this pass is completed. Darian Nelson hauls in the pass.
Fuchellis made the perfect decision there. Latrobe brought the blitz with Tash, so he throws it where they're not.
It's going to be 4th and 2 at the 42. Mustangs will go for it. Would have loved to see that ball a little higher and allow Nelson to maybe get those extra 2 yards in a fresh set, but here we go. Quick pass and a first down. They get a Kelly Automotive first down, a fresh set on the reception from Darian Nelson, mentioned earlier, getting looks as an offer from St. Francis and other PSAC schools.
If their secondary is going to give 10 yards cushion every play, then Plum should just take the easy access hitch every play until they change it.
There it is again.
3
and there's
times
another
in a row.
Completed pass to Darian Nelson, and it's another Kelly Automotive first down, and the Mustangs looking like how I play Madden right now.
Please, somebody on Latrobe's sideline right there, tell the corner to move up. His body presence will just take that throw away.
Handoff right side, Odom. Nothing available there is for the Wildcats. Drenovich on the tackle.
You know, after Plum's first 3 and out of the game on the first drive, they've put together some nice drives here.
Yes. Methodical, and that's what they need to do. They can't have Latrobe possess the football because we've seen how quickly they can score. But these drives, punch one in here and make this a 1-score game going into the break. Little pump fake. Hotelit's going to test it down the sideline. Incomplete.
So do you see their thought process there? Throw 3 hitches in a row, then go hitch and go. Almost worked.
Another look at the UPMC Sports Medicine Instant Replay. Man, I would have loved to see Nelson try to cut in and try to get that one. 3rd down at 11 from the 37. Nelson in motion. Tellis on a run, and he will throw it away. Will they say anyone was in the vicinity? It looks so far clean grass, no flags.
That's huge that he got that ball away there.
No doubt. Durgenovich was the man lurking. 6 in your Greater Latrobe program. 5'11", 215 senior.
That's so frustrating as a defender because it's either a sack. Well, it would have been a sack if he held onto the ball, and then now it's nothing because he threw it away. So all that was for naught.
Well, now it's 4th down at 11. Back to pass. Fuchellis steps up with some pressure. Rolls to the near side. Flag is down, and Fuchellis is going to escape somehow and get a first down before he's leveled there. But we will check the penalty marker. Let's see if this is coming back, and it is. Holding was the call.
Yeah.
Yep.
I agree with that.
So 4th and 11 becomes 4th and even longer. 21 officially. Fuchellis will punt.
Fuchellis is playing his tail off out there, though. He's doing it in all facets. Throwing, running.
Now punting. And can they get a roll here inside the 20? Punt inside the 20, down by the Mustangs
Sloan Humphreys and Latrobe with 3:37. Man, you talk about how things can tilt one way or the other, JP. This drive certainly can go a long way into doing that. Hey, for the latest news in high school football across Western Pennsylvania, go to postgazette.com. The Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, an official partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, Matt, to your point, they got 3.5 minutes. That's really perfect time with 2 timeouts. They can really put a cap on this first half by scoring a touchdown here. Oh, false start. Yep.
That'll move them back 5. Referee Tom Trilly, umpire Mark Wise, headlinesman Dave King, line judge Dan O'Toole, field judge Jacob Hartman, and side judge Travis Snyder.
A penalty on first down drives a coach nuts. That is the worst thing you could do on first down, especially a unforced penalty like that.
Yeah, and then now they've had 3 times as many penalties as they did just last week. 3:36 to play. Here in our first half of our Steelers showcase. Play action. Wetzel rolls out. Throwing here, and it is in traffic, incomplete. Boy, there were a lot of white jerseys in the vicinity and not many black ones. Dragenovic was the intended man on the play, and I think for the Wildcats, they're lucky that went incomplete.
Wetzel is very lucky that was not intercepted. That's a hard throw to make, though, rolling out to your left as a right-handed quarterback. You got to turn your shoulders. It's hard to do.
Shout out Tavion Rupert, who the sophomore that was giving pressure in the grill of Wetzel. Might have caused that throw to be errant as well. Second down, 15. Ball at the 13. Fake the jet motion, and they hand it off, and tripping him up. Nicely done by the Mustangs. Darian Nelson got his hand on it. Trips up Brahovic. Bring up third down at 15 at the 16 now with under 3 minutes to go. Don't forget, coming up next, the Shell Halftime Show with Susie Cool. Take a look back at highlights from last week's win for Montour over Central Valley. Wetzel keeps here, and Wetzel will get upended right after he picks up a Wildcat first down. Brought to you by Kelly Automotive.
That's a killer for the defense, Matt. They let him convert on 3rd and 15. Great blocking setup, and Wetzel does the rest. They needed 15, he got 16.
Kelly Automotive bringing you first downs all season long. Family owned since 1953. Wetzel with some pressure. Sets up a screen. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Mustangs. Tavion Rupert, the sophomore, comes up with a loose football, and this end of the first half gets turned around with momentum as the Mustangs will set up shop in Wildcat territory.
They got pressure, it was tipped, and that's a play that can change the whole outlook of the game. That's a momentum changer, that's a confidence changer for Plum. Now they're looking at each other and saying, hey, we're in this.
It's the Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union red zone. The Mustangs are in it to start this drive, trailing by 2 scores, 2:06. Ball goes over the head of the quarterback, Fotilis, and then he escapes, and then he's leveled. Alex Tatch, oh my. What a job by Fotilis here to make something out of this, JP.
Yeah, very anticlimactic though for the snap. You finally get a chance, a turnover in scoring territory, and you have a bad snap on the first play.
And it makes it a second down at 15. Clock winds down under a minute 30 in this first half.
Pistol formation for Futillis. He keeps it. He looks to his right. He'll run with it and try to escape, but he can't. Another tackle from 25. Alex Tatch comes up with another one. That's his 7th tackle of the night, JP.
Yeah, he's almost playing like a rover position, outside linebacker, and he's just reading the quarterback here. Nice job wrapping up.
So under a minute to go. 3rd down and 12. Now the other part to this is, if you don't convert this, you have Olivia Bigger. Coach Matt Morgan said comfortable from about 25, says she can hit from about 40 in practice. And one of the things that Coach said was that she actually is putting in the time. She's not just a soccer player. I'm sure you've heard of them, the soccer players that just play soccer and come and kick. She's really put time and effort into not only being a soccer player, but also being a football player.
That's awesome. I really respect that. That's not easy to do.
Said, though, in order for her to kick her longest, he has to make her mad. She actually asks for him to make her mad so she can kick for her. I think that's an interesting one. I'm sure a lot of football players kind of play better mad, right?
Yeah.
Were you a mad guy? Did you get mad?
No, I always stay calm, cool, and collected. If I never talk trash unless someone talks trash to me. But then that kind of amps me up. Honestly, I don't know how people talk trash. I got too much thinking and talking to do on the field. I don't know how you have time to talk trash.
3rd and 12 from the 15. Back to pass. Futillis steps up, throws a hitch pattern that is caught, and right around the sticks. Might be about a yard shy. It'll be 4th down there and out of bounds. Clock stops with 41 seconds left.
This was almost intercepted. Great job by Brendan Marston to come back to the ball. That would have been an incomplete pass if he didn't come back a couple yards like he did.
So Marsden makes it 4th down and 1 for the Mustangs. They're going to go I formation here, mano y mano. And we get a timeout before we have this 4th down and 1 play. Just 41 seconds before we send it to the break. So a conversation on both sides as to what they are going to do. Let's go down to Susie Kulba as we think about that.
Thanks, Matt. You were just talking about Olivia Bigger for Plum, and Plum is forming a girls flag football team this spring, and the season will start in April. Newly formed school programs receive a $3,000 stipend from the Steelers Youth Football Fund to help with coaching, transportation, uniform fees, and the flag belts, and footballs will be provided by the Steelers as well. And we're going to have more on how the Steelers are growing girls flag football in the Pittsburgh area coming up on the show halftime show. Stay tuned to hear all about it. Matt?
Yeah, thanks, Susie. The Steelers Youth Football heavily involved in girls flag, trying to make it a state-sanctioned sport in the PIAA. To be continued on that, but a league that's growing, and now a 4th down and 1 play. They go Wildcat formation. Direct snap off the left side. Nelson turns the corner. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs. There is a flag down.
Oh, that's a heartbreaker for Plum.
Oh. Now what do you do?
Great job by Nelson to just go for the pylon. You know, so often guys try to ram it up in the middle. Just use your speed and go outside, and that's what he did.
So because of the penalty, we are going to get to see Olivia Bigger.
Do you think somebody made her mad first, like you said?
We're going to find maybe that penalty made her mad.
Yep.
I think Latrobe is going to try to ice Olivia Bigger. 36 seconds to go in the first half here, 20-7. Wildcats went right down the field to start this game, made it 7-0 quickly. Then
got a 3 and out by Plum.
Yep. Came right back, was able to score, make it 13-0 before the Mustangs had a nice job here. Let's take a look at some highlights. Alex Tatch finding their way through here, and then it was Wetzel getting into the end zone for the Wildcat touchdown.
And for a couple moments there, it felt like Latrobe was going to run away with this thing.
And yeah, there's been a couple of those moments, and then this turning point, the sophomore for the Plum Mustangs and Tavion Rupert coming up with a big interception. Now Plum trying to capitalize on this, and Olivia Bigger, it is down to her right leg. Line drive kick on its way and through the poles. Olivia Bigger puts it through.
Good for her. That's awesome. And
31-yarder?
Yeah, and huge for the Plum team as well. She's high. Yeah, I love to see that. What percent of teams in the Whippeal do you think have a female kicker?
1, 2.
Yeah.
I it's certainly low. They actually have special teams practices for her to allow her to go to both girls soccer practice and football practice. Said it becomes a little bit more interesting if she has a game, you know, when she's available or not. But they've moved it around, and she's enjoyed it. And it shows, paying off on a big stage here tonight.
Right. Contributing on Friday night. That's
and Coach
awesome.
tries to ice her?
Yeah, crazy.
She says,
yeah.
no way.
Right.
Come on. 10-point ball game, 20-10 now. 32 seconds to play in this first half. Now she shows her squib kick ability, and now this is muffed, and Latrobe jumps on it. That would have been bizarre, but Andy Tatch jumps on it. Now with 29 seconds left, we take another look at this kickoff. 29 seconds left. JP, are you putting the coaching headset on you for a second? Are you the type of coach, use what you have? You have no timeouts left. Are you use the time you have, try to go down and score, or you take this into the break?
Well, you have a senior quarterback, 3-year starter, like you said, so I trust him to throw downfield. But with no timeouts, it's not looking too good. But if you are going to throw it, you got to go to your bread and butter plays, ones that you feel extremely confident in, ones that you've done a million times.
There it is. This one's lobbed up into the air, and it's bobbled and incomplete. And he attached the intended receiver from Wetzel. Good coverage in the hip pocket. Sloan Humphreys.
And that shows how much confidence. That shows how much confidence Coach Prady has in Wetzel, because, you know, a lot of coaches in this situation, after just throwing an interception the previous drive in their own territory, they would knee it and take it in. But I like the aggressiveness. I like the confidence in your own players to go after some points here.
This is a secondary that was tested last week. Gave up 4 touchdowns through the air to Franklin Regional. So good coverage there by Humphreys. And now Wetzel gets the end around off the left side. And I'd be interesting to see how these locker rooms feel right now going into the locker room here at halftime, JP.
I think if you're Plum, I think you feel pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, you're only down 10.
Let's go down to Susie Cool.
Thanks, Matt. Coach, you score 156 into the contest and then rack up 116 total yards before the end of the first quarter. What gave you that offensive edge early on?
Well, I think we executed really well from the start, and then things kind of bogged down a little bit for us, and they got some momentum, and that's a game of football. When you have that momentum, you want to keep it, and we didn't do a good job of that.
You talked about things getting bogged down a little bit. How can you tighten up defensively come the second half?
Well, the two penalties really killed us. 4th and 4, we line up offside, and then the face mask call, was a big one, 15-yarder. So a lot of it's self-inflicted, and we're going to try to go clean that up at halftime.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Matt?
Thanks, Susie, and thanks, Coach. Halftime here at Great Latrobe's Memorial Stadium, and the Wildcats leading in the home opener at the break 20-10, and it's our Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week. Coming up, the Shell Halftime Show on the back half of this break. Stick around. More high school football coverage on KDKA+.
At Laway, we understand the power of personalization. From hats to water bottles, our expert services include screen printing, embroidery, and a variety of promotional items. We also specialize in team sports gear. What truly sets Laway apart is our dedicated design team, including our talented on-staff graphic designers and exponential customer service. Choose Laway to make a lasting impression on and off the field.
From heating and cooling to a large array of construction equipment, Herc Rentals has the gear you need to get the job done. Herc Rentals is already a staple in several communities across the United States and Canada and have been serving our customers' needs since 1965. With a catalog of equipment that spans the spectrum of almost every kind of solution you can think of. To learn more about Herc Rentals, visit hercrentals.com or call us at 1-888-777-2700.
Hi, folks. Welcome to the Pittsburgh Steelers Hall of Honor Museum.
Thanks. They really wore that back then, Grandpa?
Yeah, they really did.
Playing back then was tough, believe me.
Now this is the best era. Nobody could beat that dynasty.
I couldn't agree more. Those teams were unstoppable.
Now, I don't know about that, but the team was really good in the 90s.
Come on, you couldn't catch those teams of the 2000s. They went the distance, literally.
That's what I'm talking about! Yes!
The 70s are definitely the best.
No way! The 2000s, hands down. Whoa, guys, stop fighting. I think every era was pretty sweet.
You said it, kid. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves, and I hope to see you back here soon.
Wait, your tea?
Seems like a nice spot.
And we're at Latrobe Memorial Stadium, and the Latrobe Wildcats are up 20-10 over the Plum Mustangs. And while there's been a bunch of great action on the field tonight, it's that time of the week where we take a look at the off the field action with our Steelers all-peer team presented by the Post-Gazette in the mentorship. This week, we are highlighting senior Sam Brackney. And Sam is a first-team all-conference student athlete who demonstrates what it takes to be a positive role model on and off the field. Sam is active at Pittsburgh Central Catholic, engaging in leadership committees, student council, My Brother's Keeper, including mission trips to Jamaica. Sam currently has a scholarship offer to Brown University and has interest in cybersecurity. As always, great job, Sam. That's awesome for you, and we love to see what these kids do off the field. And for more information or to just nominate somebody for our Steelers all-peer team, go ahead to steelers.com/youth. And now we're back to the action on the field and our favorite time of the week, whenever the WPIAL insider himself, Carlo Zobko, joins us. This week, we're taking a look at Week 0's top 10 plays. Check them out now.
From the Blast Off Cleaning Equipment Studios, this is the Whippio Insider Top 10 Plays of the Week. I am your host and Whippio Insider, Carlos Offco. We're going to recap the top 10 best plays of Week 0 action in Whippio football. Let's get right into the list. At number 10, we're going to go to the Jeanette and Mount Pleasant game. This game was back and forth all night long until Jeanette wide receiver Jace Powell takes the screen pass and takes it all the way to the house. The Jayhawks go on to get the massive win. At number 9, we're going to go to Connellsville, where it's going to be Latrobe senior linebacker John Wetchell snatch the ball in midair on the first play of the game. He's going to take it to the house, and the Wildcats are going to beat the Falcons. At number 8, we're going to see this Peters Township defense use teamwork for one of the best picks you'll see all year. The safety's going to come over and absolutely blast the receiver, which is going to pop the ball in the air, and the Indians are going to come down with it. What a play. At number 7, we're going to go to York, where it's going to be the Cougars quarterback scrambling around. He's going to find Ryan Sarver in the end zone. He's going to go up and get the ball over Brentwood. What a play. The Cougars go on to win. At number 6, we're going to go to West Mifflin, and it's going to be the freshman sensation Zaza Ismaili who's going to call his own number and take it all the way. West Mifflin will beat Elizabeth Forward. At number 5, we're going to head to Seneca Valley, where Bedford Park senior quarterback Tanner Pfeffer is going to find one of his favorite targets, Mitch Pasho, who's going to go over the Seneca Valley defender to come down with the score. Blackhawks go on to win. At number 4, we're going to go to the Beaver Westinghouse game, where quarterback Ryan Clear is going to go up top to wide receiver Brady Mayo. What a grab by Mayo. At number 3, it's going to be the Ringgold Rams with some trickeration. A double reverse turns into a deep pass for Rhett Blankenship, who's going to come down with the touchdown. At number 2, we're going to see McKeesport sophomore sensation Kamon Spell take the rock and bulldoze over Lake Ohio 55 yards for the touchdown, including one of the nastiest stiff arms you'll see. McKeesport will go on to fall. At number 1, we couldn't just pick one of the 2 interceptions from last week's Game of the Week. We're going to let Matt Fargo and the guys take the call.
And a play action. Rutherford throwing. It's tipped and intercepted. What a catch, Daniel Batch. How did he do it? A tip drill. He can hit that big play, break that, get right back on the scoreboard. And what a route jumped. Oh, wow. Nino DeMichael out of nowhere.
And that'll do it for this week's Top 10 Plays. I am your host of Whippio Insider, Carlos Offco, and I'll be seeing you next week. Back to you, Susie Cole.
Thanks so much, Carlo. We look forward to those each and every week. And again, we're at Latrobe Memorial Stadium in Week 1 action. Latrobe up 20-10 over Plum. We will be back on the Shell halftime show right after this. Stay tuned.
Hey, Ma, where's the dock?
It's in the garage.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Today is the day. Let's take a quick look at the weather and traffic. It's a chilly 22 degrees out there, so bundle up. We'll be hanging out all day, so don't forget to stop by and see us, grab some hot chocolate, and support a great cause.
Around here in the fall, harvest moons, cool, crisp evenings, and on Friday nights, legends come alive in Pittsburgh. WPIAL High School Football. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Steel City Game of the Week. Allegiant salutes the players, the fans, the cheerleaders, and the parents. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. 6 locations and a sponsor of this WPIAL High School Football broadcast.
Trout Plumbing is a registered and insured master plumber that services the South Hills. They offer a variety of services, including camera inspection and dye testing. Trout Plumbing also offers a veteran and senior citizen discount. When in doubt, call the Trout at 412-983-8106.
Welcome back to Latrobe Memorial Stadium, everybody, on the Shell Halftime Show on KDKA+. I'm Susie Cool alongside Matt Fargo and Johnny Patrician here tonight, and the Latrobe Wildcats up 20-10 over the Plum Mustangs. And while we're in Week 1 action, it's now time to take a look back at the sights and sounds from Week 0. Check it out here.
Live from Thomas J. Burko Memorial Stadium, where it is the Montour Spartans hosting the Central Valley Warriors. Second down and a play action. Rutherford throwing, it's tipped and intercepted. What a catch, Daniel Batch. How did he do it? A tip drill. Batch to the right. Halajo motions out of the backfield. Batch gets the call, slips, dives, and he's in. Touchdown, Montour. Daniel Batch from 2 yards away. Big play, break that. Get right back on the scoreboard. And what a route jumped. Oh, wow. Nino DeMichael out of nowhere.
Billy got right back up, and he's standing over here on the sidelines right now. Good to go. Matt?
Thanks, Susie, as Henry is into the end zone. Touchdown, Central Valley. Screen pass set up to Alston. Alston breaks one, and he breaks free. Alston's into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans. From the guys up front. Henry, the call. Henry, touchdown, Central Valley. Got some impressive players there, and here's a wide open Marcus Battles. Touchdown, Spartans. Hopper to Battles. Almost slipped it. Rutherford was able to get it, and then from backside pressure, he goes down.
It's always about football here on the Shell Halftime Show, so let's talk a little bit about girls flag football. The PIAA having their third and final meeting in September, trying to get girls flag football sanctioned here in Western Pennsylvania, and we're going to have a little video coming up here quite shortly. The Pittsburgh Steelers have a big part in getting involved in that in Western
Want to
PA.
get gear direct from the team? Shop all things black and gold.
In 2022, the Pittsburgh Steelers launched a pilot girls flag football program. 6 schools participated in that first springtime league, which culminated in a championship tournament at Acrisure Stadium. The program has now grown from 6 to 36 schools in just 3 years. With over 400 girls competing, that sizable growth has been seen not only in Western Pennsylvania, but also statewide, with more than 100 schools now competing in flag football. This explosion in popularity has led to the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Athletic Association reclassifying girls flag as an emerging sport, which is an important step to make it a sanctioned high school sport in the state. This spring, the Steelers purchased uniforms for all the new schools and provided stipends for coaching and transportation. The championship was held at Carnegie Mellon University. Former Steelers Will Allen and Troy Polamalu were on hand to present the trophy to the Moon Area Tigers, who repeated as champions. Plans for the Steelers to support further growth of girls flag in the region are in the works, and the team is hopeful for a positive vote this fall from the PIAA, which would make girls flag a sanctioned sport in Pennsylvania in 2025.
Again, the Plum Mustangs will be having a girls flag football team that will be starting up in April of 2025. They're taking part in that Steelers youth football initiative here in Western Pennsylvania. And Johnny and Matt, I do have a question. How do you think my stats would be if I joined a girls flag football team right now? And speaking of those stats and highlights, take it away with them from the first half.
You know, Susie, that's a great question. JP, she asked what her stats would be. I don't know. I think she'd get a couple touchdowns.
What Susie's stats would be?
In girls flag football.
Oh, okay. Thank you for prefacing that. Big difference.
We'll think about that one. Get back to us on that. Let's take a look at the Shell halftime's first half stats. There we go. Total yards. Latrobe 193 to 135. First downs. Slight advantage to the Wildcats as well with 9-7. The one turnover, Plum has played pretty mistake-free football, and that's why they find themselves down just 10 points here at halftime, JP.
Yeah, we talked pregame and said in order for Plum to stay in this game, they need to have less turnovers than Latrobe and less penalty yards, and so far they're doing that.
Let's take a look at the Giant Eagle first half highlights. And it started out with Greater Latrobe opening the lid on the home schedule. Home opener tonight. They go first drive of the ball game. Touchdown. Andy Tatch gets it in from Wetzel. Then the second score of the ball game. Brady Brahovic punches it in. Two nice drives there for the Wildcats. Then it was the Mustangs using some penalty yardage and some scrambling ability from TJ Futelis. He gets into the end zone just like that. It's 13-7. But here come the Wildcats. It's Alex Tatch doing it, some of it all of himself. He's running through Wildcats, but then they go back to their quarterback, John Wetzel. He gets into the end zone. Extra points good. It's 20-7. Latrobe has the advantage. Latrobe would get the ball back. They're thinking we could add to this, maybe salt this game away. We have other thoughts. It's a big-time interception coming up with the sophomore Tavion Rupert with the pick. That sets up Olivia Bigger from 31. Oh, yes, ma'am. It's good. 20-10 here at halftime as the Wildcats lead the Mustangs here on our Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week, all presented to you by Giant Eagle and the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. Second half action moments away, and a very special guest Susie will be joined by when we come back on KDKA Plus.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first.
And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever.
Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
Macero Corporation has been a commercial general contractor in Pittsburgh since 1967. But did you know that we also have an agency construction management firm? Macero Construction Management Services can be your advocate when building or renovating your new school. If you're a school superintendent, business manager, or school board member and have a new construction project on the horizon, Macero CMS can provide you with the complete construction management services you need for a successful project delivered safely, on time, and on budget. Visit MaceroCG.com for more information.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Shell Halftime Show on KDKA Plus. I'm Susie Cole, and this segment, I am joined by the Steelers' one and only cornerback, Corey Trice. And Corey, we talked a little bit earlier, but now that the first half has come and gone, what has your initial reaction been to being in Latrobe under these Friday night lights?
Man, Friday night lights, you know, the fans are great. It's a great stadium, good atmosphere, man. Just all good vibes, man. I'm loving it.
What kind of memories did coming back here bring back to you?
Really all my childhood days, man. Just all the times, just working out, real deal grinding to play some Friday Night Lights, and all this just bringing back old memories.
Yeah, we saw Latrobe put up some pretty good yardage, 116 yards before the end of the first quarter. What really stood out about their play whenever you were taking in this game?
Man, they playing hard, they all just executing the plays real well and just playing hard and playing as a team. Yeah.
Whenever you look ahead to this Steelers season, last year unfortunately had an injury, but this year it looks like you're going to get some time. So what are you most excited for whenever you look ahead to the season?
Really just been out there playing with the guys, I was practicing with, and Latrobe just grinding with, and, putting in all the hard time and being able to, step on the field and make plays with them is something I'm really excited about.
All right, Corey, I think we got to go here soon, but we have a handshake. We got to show everybody, all right? You ready? Okay. Go. There we go. Handshake, everybody. Matt and Johnny, what do you think of that? What do you guys got?
How long were you guys practicing that? Was that just like 30 seconds before that, or were you guys working on that the whole half?
It could be. I kind of want to see if Susie could get an interview with the paint team.
Well, it doesn't exist.
Just a thought. Thanks to Corey Trice. How about those highlights?
Great highlights. You did a great job on that.
No, not those highlights. Corey's highlights.
Oh, yeah. I love high school football highlights. That's cool.
I'm going to have to run yours next week.
That'd be a great idea. Ratings automatic boost.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that Post-Gazette 2014 Player of the Year. As we are getting ready for this second half of football, we're going to step aside. And when we come back, kickoff of the second half between the Wildcats and the Mustangs. It's the Steelers High School Showcase, all presented to you by Giant Eagle with the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. We're coming back at you on KDKA Plus for the second half after this.
I'm Albert Lynn. I'm Chief of Shoulder Surgery at UPMC. I chose orthopedics because we have a chance of making really positive impacts on people's lives to get people back to whatever it is they want to do, whether that's their job, whether it's sports, whether it's just raising their hands so that they can put on their shirt. Everything that we do is driven towards improving patient care and patient outcome. World-renowned care, world-renowned surgery, world-renowned experts in everything. That is really what sets UPMC apart.
For Brittany, it's more than a move. It's a new city. It's a new role. It's a brand new horizon that's hers for the taking. It's more than a move, and we're more than a truck.
This awesome gift is from my grandma. I use free pay policy from GBA Life. What does it do? It accumulates cash value, helps protect my future insurability, and it may even earn dividends. What's so great about that? My policy will grow with me. Plus, I get access to the GBA Life Youth Leaders Program, scholarships, and more. Oh. You might be interested in a GBA Life annuity. You're probably thinking about retiring soon, right, Mrs. Jones?
Around here in the fall, harvest moons, cool, crisp evenings, and on Friday nights, legends come alive in Pittsburgh. WPIAL High School Football. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Steel City Game of the Week. Allegiant salutes the players, the fans, the cheerleaders, and the parents. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. 6 locations and a sponsor of this WPIAL High School Football broadcast.
Welcome back. Latrobe High School leading Plum 20-10 at the break with Johnny Patrician. Latrobe. You seem surprised there, JP.
I was looking at you reading the scores off, and then I see an onside kick.
Latrobe ball goes out of bounds, so Mustangs, how about this, JP? Now they have something to work with. They have the football in Latrobe territory. You could tell by doing that play how concerned they were with how that first half played out.
Yeah, I just don't see the strategy there. I think they helped Plum out a ton there. Plum's been having a hard time driving the ball the length of the field, and you just gave half of it to him.
Let's see what the Mustangs have in store here in the third quarter. Tellis, they go little trickeration here on the reverse. It's Darian Nelson. Nelson gets away from a few and flags fly. A couple more scores for you as we calculate this flag. Woody High leads Penn Hills 19-6. Fort Cherry over Our Lady of the Sacred Heart 28-14. And Montour leads Moon 13-0. That game has been postponed due to weather. A lot of weather issues happening out there in Allegheny County tonight. And we've stayed dry to this point.
Well, we're inside, me and you.
Yes, the game.
Yes.
And we don't want that to affect things.
No, we don't. We don't want any delays. Got great weather here.
Holding call moves Mustangs back to the 42. 43.
That's a drive killer.
Rutelis from the pistol. Odom the call. Odom a burst of speed, trying to pick up some of that lost penalty yardage. Gets to the 49.
Odom was going downhill pretty quickly there.
You heard what you said about his speed in pregame. He wants to show.
I didn't say a bad thing. I said he's quicker than fast, and that's a good thing as a running back. Gets through the holes, change of direction, agility, very quick.
Odom Gimpy off to the sideline, you see there. Keep an eye on 36. Meanwhile, Mustangs faced with the second down at 15. Opening drive of the second half, and we get whistles. And a timeout taken of Mustangs. Plum takes a timeout. Make sure you take time out to catch next week's game. Pittsburgh Central Catholic and Woody High. September 6th on KDK Plus. Wolverines and Vikings from one of the greatest places to watch high school football, the Wolverina. We have it for you. It's our Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week. Next week here on KDK Plus.
Instant classic.
Played in a few of those in your day?
Yep. Yep, the old Quad North.
And excited.
Or Quad East, rather.
Last year, you missed our Central Catholic game.
I know.
So you'll be excited to see your Vikings.
Yes, I will. Yes, I will. I will color commentate the game as unbiased as possible.
I'm excited to see how that looks next week. Second and 15 after that Mustang timeout. Give it off to Nelson. And Nelson picks his way for a yard, no further. Wildcats quickly arrive on the scene there.
Great job by Tash there to keep his outside arm free on the block destruction. That held the contain, didn't allow the ball carrier to get outside. Textbook.
Mustangs faced with another third and long behind the sticks. 3rd and 13 at the midfield stripe. Patelis back to pass. Steps up, pressured, and will take off and run with it. And will slide his way to make this a manageable fourth down at the 42-yard line of Latrobe. It'll be fourth down there. Looks like the punt unit is coming out onto the field, though.
You know, Matt, basically on every drive so far for both teams, a penalty has made a huge difference in the drive. For Plum's first scoring drive, Latrobe basically gifted them most of their field possession in that drive because of penalties. And then, on the other hand, Plum had the touchdown called back because of a penalty.
Punt is away and takes a great bounce. Look at this. Inside the 5, down to the 4. That will set up Latrobe's offense. They'll take the field when we come back to our Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week. Wildcats lead the Mustangs 20-10 on KDKA+.
At Loewe, we understand the power of personalization. From hats to water bottles, our expert services include screen printing, embroidery, and a variety of promotional items. We also specialize in team sports gear. What truly sets Loewe apart is our dedicated design team, including our talented on-staff graphic designers and exponential customer service. Choose Loewe to make a lasting impression on and off the field.
At 2 Men and a Junk Truck, we can remove your things, so you have room to dream.
I'm attorney Edgar Snyder. For over 40 years, you've watched me do my signature point on TV. But who am I pointing at?
He's pointing at someone who's been hurt in an accident.
Someone overwhelmed with paperwork.
Someone struggling with bills.
Someone who can't get answers.
Someone who can't get justice.
I'm pointing at my community, my neighbors, and letting them know we're here to help. So remember, there's never a fee unless we get money for you.
Did you know you can make your home or building look brand new? For the whole project, or just spot repointing, make your home exterior brand new like when it was built. Call or visit Mariani-Richards.com.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by St. Vincent College, by Loewe Enterprises, promotional products and apparel, by Mariani and Richards, by Edgar Snyder and Associates, lawyers protecting your rights. Nice aerial view of Memorial Stadium. Aerial coverage tonight brought to you by GBU Life. Got to watch here in Latrobe, Arnold Palmer Regional Airport. Got to be careful with those drones. Wetzel calls his own number, and around the corner he cannot get to. Darian Nelson traces him down back at the 11-yard line.
Great tackle there. Plum learned their lesson. Latrobe's run that play a few times now. Plum didn't let him get away with it there.
A.J. Sanders is Plum's defensive coordinator in his 3rd season. First year as the D.C. He's a defensive assistant coach prior to the season. Has to be happy with the way his Mustangs have locked in here. Need to continue that against a potent offense. Wetzel keeps, and he gets wrapped around. Charles Hart is on the scene, and it's 3rd down for the Wildcats.
That Plum defense is playing with a lot of swagger and energy right now.
Can't imagine it happened too many times in your career, JP, with Central being Central, but when you're playing as an underdog, can you take yourself back to, the longer you can keep a game close, that belief factor keeps churning things?
There's definitely truth to that at every level.
3rd and 10. Wetzel, big 3rd down here. He'll throw, complete his pass, shaking off one, but not the second. He's down at the 20-yard line. On the reception is Vince Gasky, but the Mustangs keep it in front of them, and it's going to be 4th down and about 2 coming up here for Greater Latrobe.
Good job here by Plum to set a fence at the sticks, they call it. Just tackle everything underneath.
Here's a big play. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
They might just try to draw him off sides. And they did.
Oh. So you thought, JP. He almost called that perfectly. And a timeout. Greater Latrobe. They had it
Yeah, there's no way they would go for it on their own 15-yard line, 20-yard line after kicking an onside kick to start the half.
Mitch Horner is the punter.
In that situation, that's where you need a senior veteran leader on the defensive line to say, hey, be ready here. They might go hard count. Don't get fooled. Don't be the guy to jump off sides.
Greater Latrobe has 201 yards of total offense to this point. Tom McIntyre is the offensive coordinator for the Wildcats. He's a teacher in the Greater Latrobe School District as well, as is head coach Ron Prady. He has coached or taught math at Latrobe for 20 years. He has not coached at Latrobe, but he's been in the district as a teacher for 20 years. Most recently, he had stints as the assistant coach at Penn Trafford under John Wurain. Won the state championship back in 2021. And a Whippio title, of course. Punt unit out. They go Wildcat with it. Wetzel around the corner for a first down. Fresh sets of downs. How about no way of going for it? They do and convert it.
Yep. They proved me wrong. That was just a race. They said, we're giving the ball to Wetzel, and it's a race to the sticks. And Wetzel won.
Talk about the roll of the dice, though.
Yeah.
That's a must-have.
Yeah, great execution. It's hard to stop that.
Kelly Automotive brings you this first down. 6:45 to play in the third quarter. Latrobe leads it by 10. Bunch of miscommunication here, and I think we're going to get a timeout. Latrobe's going to burn their second timeout here in the third. 6:36 to play. And a conversation going to be had on the home sideline. Home team up by 10. Steelers Showcase rolls on when we come back.
Steelers Style, presented by Neighborhood Ford Store, PNC, UPMC, and UPMC Health Plan. Watch our players, coaches, and special guests walk the runway to raise money for Steelers charities. Get your tickets at Steelers.com/SteelersStyle.
Around here in the fall, harvest moons, cool, crisp evenings, and on Friday nights, legends come alive in Pittsburgh. WPIAL High School Football. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Steel City Game of the Week. Allegiant salutes the players, the fans, the cheerleaders, and the parents. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. 6 locations and a sponsor of this WPIAL High School Football broadcast.
By having real clients and producing real campaigns, at La Roche, our students thrive by putting their ideas into action.
The students at La Roche that are using applied learning completely nailed my business and delivered me something that I am going to be able to use in real time.
It was a really nice experience to actually see how the establishment functions, being able to actually work with real people, real community partners, instead of something that was hypothetical.
This fall, D3 College Football returns to KDKA Plus as we showcase matchups from across the President's Athletic Conference. The season kicks off with the Geneva Golden Tornadoes facing the defending PAC champion Grove City Wolverines on September 7th at 1 p.m. only on KDKA Plus.
The Volkswagen Savvy Summer Sales Event is going on now at Send LVW in Greensburg. Now is the time to buy. Qualified customers can get 0.9% APR financing for up to 60 months or up to $5,000 in total savings on a 2024 Volkswagen Atlas with room for 7 or a 5-passenger Atlas Cross Sport. Now during the Volkswagen Savvy Summer Sales Event at Send LVW, Route 30 in Greensburg. SendLVW.com. We would love to meet you.
Did you know you can make your home or building look brand new? For the whole project, or just spot repointing, make your home exterior brand new like when it was built. Call or visit Mariani-Richards.com.
Welcome you back here. Third quarter action of the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week. Latrobe leads Plum 20-10. Wildcats on a first down. Wetzel going up top. And incomplete. Flag is down. I think Nico Signor got a little bit of the hand of Andy Tatch.
I don't know. Let's see a replay on that. I think that looks pretty clean to me.
No. Really?
He didn't wrap the left arm around.
What? I don't know. I think you're going to call that one, JP. Spoken like a guy who
plays defense.
Yeah, he's had a few PIs in his day. Trying to go to the right side, and Chris Cochran.
So far in the second half, Matt, there hasn't been a ton of action. It's really been a methodical chess match between the two coaches here with the onside kick and the fourth down conversion. Yes, no?
Yeah, no, there's no doubt. I mean, I think this game's kind of been played between the 20s almost. Much of this game has anyway.
Yeah, really no big splash plays yet. All long drives.
2nd and 7. Wetzel keeps. Wetzel in traffic, and the congestion gets to him. How about this sophomore, Tavion Rupert, showing up again?
Yeah, Plum's defensive line came to play today. They're in the backfield almost every play.
Well, you'd imagine a guy who spent his career in the trenches is going to emphasize the trenches.
It's where games are won and lost.
See what Tom McIntyre, the offensive coordinator for the Wildcats, dials up here in the pistol. They give it off to Alex Tatch. He breaks the tackle, has a first down, and there goes Alex down the far sideline. Tatch is gone. Touchdown, Greater Latrobe. How about a big play? 56 yards for the Wildcat touchdown.
What did I just say 30 seconds ago about no big splash plays? Give it to your best player, and he'll take it 60 yards. Great cut outside there to get to the sideline, and his speed does the rest of the work.
Extra point is no good. So 4:56 to go here in the third. Latrobe expands their lead to 16.
All right, here. Pause it. Tash is right there in the backfield. They're going to give their best player the ball here. Play it a little bit. Now, either this corner here or somebody else, one of these guys can't lose contain. They have to stay on the outside of him. They can't fall for that cut and lose contain, and allows Tash to get to the sideline, and his speed does the rest of the work there. That is football 101.
8 plays, 88 yards on the drive.
The two defenders need to work like a vice. They call it a vice tackle.
So you as much as your mind is telling you go after the football, go after the player, you have to stay home and make sure you're staying on that outside to not allow him to get the corner like that.
Well, you can go after him, but keep your outside shoulder to the sideline.
Don't can use that as a
yes. Don't let him get outside of you.
How about Roman Agostoni, another kick out of the end zone for a touchback. Mustangs need 6 here, now trailing by 16.
So really that fourth down conversion means a lot now, or meant a lot on that drive. Extended the drive, and Tash takes it home.
No doubt. And on cue, he gives you the big splash play you were asking for.
I know.
Oh. They go looping pass that finds his intended receiver, Darian Nelson. It's not going to be finding its way into future scout books, but it did the job.
Yeah, that's not how they drew it up, but it worked. That easily could have been going the other way. See, like I said earlier, those bubble screens are hard to throw. You got to get it out quick, and it has to be extremely accurate.
Nelson's a 4-year starter. Started in his freshman year against Woody High. Keeping Fotilis, and he'll find his way forward to get the first down. Cody Krall on the tackle for Latrobe.
Fotilis is a tough player. He's shown a lot of grit tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you talked a lot with Coach Matt Morgan and said, potential quarterback by committee, 2 guys. It's been Fotilis really showing what he can do. That goes to Odom, and Odom picks up 2 before Tatch finds him. Another tackle for Alex.
Odom almost got away with the stiff arm here, right there. But Tash caught up to him.
9th of the night.
I call that a wrap and roll tackle, like an alligator.
Full service on the broadcast here. Break a tackle does Odom. Flag comes flying down out of Odom, sending Tatch down to the ground, and Tatch is slow to give up. Check the flag. Tatch comes up. Oh, gimpy. Goes to the sideline to get work done as we take a look at the replay.
Landed a little awkwardly there.
The penalty going to advance it into Latrobe territory at the 49.
Now this is an opportunity here for Plum. Take a shot right here.
1st and 10. Fotilis throwing, tall pass, hauled in, but swarming tackle that the ball breaks away and Latrobe comes up with it. Fumbled and recovered. Brady Prohobic, Johnny on the spot.
That's
Marsden
why
made the catch and lost it.
I don't love those screenplays from the opposite side of the field. That's a far throw, and it's a lot of ball handling to do for the receiver. Yeah, the ball's loose right there. He knows it right away. It's a horrible feeling. And just when Plum had some momentum, after the penalty, they give it right back.
And Prohobic goes back to work. He recovers the fumble, and then they say, we're calling your number on the offensive side, too. You know, it is interesting, and this happened back in your day as well. You know, even despite big roster sizes and bigger classifications, a lot of guys that are the guys play both sides.
Yes, that's the best part about high school football.
If you had to pick
offense,
you were an offensive guy. Love to score. Johnny Football, who would? Wetzel going to put it up into the air. That was dangerous, incomplete. Found its way out of bounds.
Nice tackle there.
You know, this is a Latrobe program that has really turned itself around. I mean, JP, they went on a 25-game losing streak going back to the 13, 14, 15, 16 seasons. 25 games straight they lost. Back then, they were getting 40 guys, 35 guys on the roster. They have 84 men rostered, including 18 seniors.
Wow. Yeah, this staff has really changed the culture. And a big part of that is in the off seasons, they send their whole team to train with First Step Quickness, the training gym that I go to and that Alex Tash goes to. So shout out Tim Cortazzo and First Step Quickness.
Shout out to them. Ron Brady's really developed a program now Expectations high this year and even moving up to 5A. You know, the good news is, I'm sure they might have delivered it like this. The good news is you don't have to play Aliquippa. The bad news is you're going to 5A.
Right. But I think Latrobe wanted to get some revenge on Aliquippa.
No doubt. I mean, they fought back in that game at Heinz Field in the playoff loss. Wetzel with some pressure and overshot his intended receiver in Prohovic. It'll be 4th down.
Just man coverage on there on the back end by Plum. Gets the job done. I think Wetzel kind of just wanted to get that out of his hands, get rid of it.
Sticks a 3rd down. Yes, 3rd down because of the penalty. Back to pass Wetzel. Pressure comes. Flag is down. He'll throw. It is caught at the 30-yard line for the 1st down. Hauling in the pass is Vince Gasky, but there is a flag down, and I think it's coming back. It's going to be a hold. Both teams have had major big plays nullified courtesy of that yellow hanky.
Yeah, that's been the theme so far tonight.
Latrobe has 60 yards in penalties and Plum 45.
And Latrobe played such a clean game last week, so you wonder what the difference is.
Yeah. Third and 23. What's in the playbook?
Well, they've already converted it 3rd and 15 tonight.
Wetzel, some pressure, will throw over the middle and caught right at the original line of scrimmage. Nice reception, Izzy McHan on the reception.
Wetzel isn't afraid to throw it over the middle.
McMahon's first catch of the night. Fourth down, punt unit out. Get to see Mitch Horner. He fields that like a shortstop and was able to get that punt away. That was a pretty nice play by Horner. And you wonder if his other sport that he plays, he's the goalie at Greater Latrobe Soccer. He had to field this one, not let it get past him.
Yeah, you're 100% right. That's something that won't show up in the stat book, but it is very important. That could change the game if he didn't catch it as cleanly as he did, or field it as cleanly as he did, I should say.
And you have to think, too, the 16, 17, 18-year-old kid in your head, you're like, uh-oh. The ball is not where it's supposed to be. See what the Mustangs offense has in store. Minute 35 to go here in the third. 26-10, Latrobe. Odom the call. And Odom doesn't get a whole lot.
Tried a little counter action there.
Cash Ackhammer on the tackle. There's an all-namer. Straight cash.
Yeah. You know, this just hit me. It's not the Bash brothers, it's the Tash brothers.
There you go. Flag down on the reception as Sloan Humphreys makes the catch. We'll check more hankies. And official has signaled a first down, so I imagine this is going to be against Latrobe. Zebras legal touching is what the call is. I didn't see that, JP.
Yeah, we'd have to see the original formation to see where he was lined up at. Because clearly he's a skilled player.
Right.
Where is he at?
He's a
He's
wide
in
receiver.
Yeah. He was on the ball, which is okay.
Carry forward to the 29-yard line. Charles Hart, the ball carrier. Bring up 3rd down and 9.
I think they got to run one more play, right?
Yeah. Game clock.
Well, 3rd and 9 can't be correct then because they're not punting on 3rd and 9.
No, it should. Yeah, it sticks or 4th down. Little confusion. Oh, that was it was a loss of down because of the penalty. Punts away at the 40. Tatch breaks a tackle and tries to break a second. Nice return from Andy Tatch. And that's going to be the way we take it to the break. End of 3 here from Latrobe. Wildcats in front of the Mustangs, 26-10. It's the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week, presented by Giant Eagle with the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. And the 4th quarter comes at you on KDKA Plus after this.
This Friday, the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week, presented by Giant Eagle and the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, features the Central Catholic Vikings taking on the Woodland Hills Wolverines. Friday night at 7 on KDKA+. Here we go.
As someone who disrupts plans for a living, I can't say enough about the importance of life insurance. Sometimes you can see the end zone right ahead of you, you can have a clear shot, then bam, it's Cam. A policy from GBU Life can let you focus more on getting out from under what life throws at you and worry less about protecting the life you are working hard to build. You can get a policy with GBU Life that is affordable to you now and build on it for the future with their guaranteed purchase option rider. Get started protecting the life you are building today at gbu.org.
Quiet on set? No way. This is Jake's time to shine. And Ryan's. And our crew. Cameras, check. Drones, check. Checking that shot we just checked? Double check. We ain't got time to chill. We're out here capturing this action. This is when we get to work. To bring you every moment live, no matter what. Broadcasting changes everything. Transform how you experience the game with JRM Video Production.
Potomac Furniture's factory authorized sale. Enjoy an additional discount on all Smith Brothers special order upholstery sofas, sectionals, recliners, and more. Come in and save now through early September. Route 19 McMurray or PotomacFurniture.com. Hurry before the extra savings are gone.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Potomac Furniture Company, by Allegheny College. What are you capable of?
It's a great shot by Evan Laurent on the camera tonight. Track star to make things happen for us in our Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week. Our entire JRM production crew doing a great job every Friday night. Bringing you the Steelers Showcase. 4th quarter action. Latrobe and Plum 26-10. Wildcats with the football and the lead, and it's good to see 25 in your Latrobe program back out there. Alex Tatch, after gimping off the field a handful of plays ago, back out there.
Yep, that's always great to see. That guy's a competitor.
Turned out to be a beautiful Friday night. Not the case all around the WPIL. A couple games postponed and delayed due to lightning and rain. Not here in Latrobe. Tatch finds their way to the 40.
This is an important drive here for both teams. If Latrobe scores here, that makes it pretty hard to come back for Plum. Makes it a high 3-4 score game. Doing calculus over here.
That's at 4.8.
Yes.
Clock moving here in the fourth. Wetzel throwing on the slant pattern. Can't hook up with Gasky.
That's almost the exact play they scored on their first drive, just the opposite side. RPO action, hit the slant window right behind the linebackers.
Wildcats going to bring out the punt unit. Another scoop there from Mitch Horner. And Mitch Horner, oh, that one's going to find its way into the end zone for a touchback. So Plum back out on offense. Follow Steelers Youth Football and JRM Sports on X, Instagram, and YouTube for exclusive content, real-time highlights, and on-demand broadcasts. It's all available for you anytime, anywhere. Make sure you follow us on social media, Youth Football, Steelers Youth Football, and JRM Sports.
I just got a text, Matt, from one of my former teachers, elementary school teacher, said, I am shaking my head with your lack of math skills. But to my defense, the scoreboard wasn't up on the screen that I'm looking at when I was doing that math.
All right.
So I was trying to think of what the score was.
Sure. Well, there's a scoreboard to your left anytime you'd like to look. It's Odom on the carry. You going to give a shout-out to the teacher?
Yeah, Mr. Miller.
Okay.
Shout out Mr. Miller and Mrs. Miller. And my man Grayson.
Maybe might have Susie interview them next week. Odom, a Kelly Automotive first down, back to 36. And he gets across the 35 to the 36. Myers on the tackle for Greater Latrobe. You know, of course, Pat McAfee, well-documented Plum grad. But some other pretty big sports stars. That pass is hauled in. Nico Signor on the reception. Pretty big stars that have played Plum sports. Names that come to mind, R.J. Umberger, who played for the Philadelphia Flyers.
Yep. We're about to get a history lesson, folks. Let's hear it.
And Alex Kirilloff.
Yep, you're right.
Putelis going deep. Jump ball behind him, incomplete. There's a flag thrown. And this one intended for Humphreys. Andy Tatch was in coverage. Now this one, I think I'm going to agree with the defense on this one. I don't know about that one.
Let's see a replay.
Keeping in mind, I think it's probably...
Yeah, I think that should be a no call.
Yeah. Keeping in mind, though, I think it's probably one of the misnomers of high school football. There is no such thing as uncatchable non-pass interference. When people say, it was uncatchable, he overthrew it. That, in high school football, does not matter. If there's interference, officials have to throw the flag. But I'm still with you.
I'm back and forth on that call there. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's such a hard job to do.
Oh, my goodness.
Split-second decision.
Split seconds.
And, you know, if you're a referee, you never have a home game. You're always the bad guy.
Always. Odom inside the 40 to the 39. Plum's over 200 yards of total offense tonight. That's something to get excited about here. The offense flourishing is now going to get dumped for a loss at 2 back to the 41. Sacked on the play. Crawl on the sack. We talked. Sorry, JP.
No, I said we got to see a little sense of urgency here. Down 16 points. You know, they're still huddling up, taking their good old time.
And they have 2 timeouts in their pocket. Plum's already used 1. Latrobe has used 2. 3rd and 6 from the 41. High snap. Fotelis play action, avoid one. Was able to throw it out. Get his completion to Charles Hart. And Hart then gets pulled down. Forward progress will give him the 38, where it will be 4th down.
Another lucky break there with the tip.
Yeah, it found him.
Yep. You'd like to think if it wasn't tipped that ball hits him in stride and he's turning upfield, though.
Charles Hart, another big guy, just a sophomore, 6'1", 210.
He's having a nice game.
Putelis on 4th down, a little curl route and over, shot his man. Incomplete. Tried to hook up with Braden Marsden, wasn't able to do it. We'll step aside. More action, 7:19 to play here in the 4th. Latrobe leads Plum 26-10 on KDK+.
Think you've tried everything at Panera? Think again. Introducing more new sandwiches and salads with our new flavor-packed Toasted Italiano and the mouth-watering Mediterranean chicken greens with grains. More in every bite, just like the new ciabatta cheesesteak with melty provolone and garlic aioli. And more new options under $10, including our new creamy bacon mac and cheese. Come taste the new era at Panera.
Get up and active with the Steelers at the 36th Annual Run Walk. Participate with your friends and family on Labor Day to help benefit the Chuck Knoll Foundation and Art Rooney Scholarship Fund. Learn more and register now at Steelers.com/runwalk.
This Friday, the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week, presented by Giant Eagle in the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, features the Central Catholic Vikings taking on the Woodland Hills Wolverines. Friday night at 7 on KDKA+. Here we go.
College isn't for everyone, but from pay to training to retirement, Pennsylvania Laborers Union members live better.
PA Laborers Union offers a great wage potential of $42 per hour and terrific health benefits.
Imagine having 0 student loans while receiving state-of-the-art construction training. Join the team and get mentorship and guidance from experienced members. Go now to laborparecruit.com for more information.
To UPMC Sports Medicine, a huge center of excellence built by Freddie Fu.
A fantastic, world-renowned place where we see athletes, we see patients of all walks of life, world-renowned surgeons.
Primary care sports medicine physicians.
Board-certified physical therapists. A comprehensive multidisciplinary assessment to evaluate for concussion.
Nutrition.
Athletic training.
Sports performance.
Everything is right here that you need. We deliver that right to you.
First down and 10 for Latrobe out of that timeout. Change of possession, and they give it off to Alex Tatch. And he picks up 12 in a Wildcat first down.
That's the way to start a drive.
Kelly Automotive brings you that first down. You impressed with 25?
I am. I was impressed when we worked out a lot. He's clearly very big for his age. He works hard, very detailed. He's a good kid.
6'3", 225 listed in the program. Another call. Tatch, first down, 13 on the carry. I have a feeling we're going to get a steady dose of 25 here.
Yep. The closer. Put the icing on the cake.
They're over 300 yards of total offense.
That's surprising. It doesn't seem like there were many. There was just that one big play, and that's it.
Drive went 88 yards. Helps, obviously. Wetzel off the left side. And spin move. Stays inbounds. Another first down to the 23. And Latrobe's going to be able to salt this game away, it seems, but I don't think that this is the game that they were expecting to play tonight.
No, I think they played a lot sloppier than what they expected and what they hoped. It's not up to their standard.
And on the other side, I think also credit should be given to Plum for locking in defensively.
Yeah.
And there it is again. This sophomore, man. Tavion Rupert.
You know, you like to say there's no moral victories, but if you're Plum going down 13-0 in the first 2 minutes, it seemed like, I think everybody here thought it was going to be a blowout, and they've held their own.
Young group for Matt Morgan over on the Plum side, and for Latrobe, it's, hey, finding a way and getting wins. That's what's going to get you into the postseason. Wetzel keeps.
You're exactly right. A win is a win. Just got to go 1-0 every week. You know, it's not always going to be pretty. You're not always going to play your best.
Yeah, Latrobe loses their 9-touchdown man, Jaton Williams, which set a school record for 9 touchdowns. He graduated. Finding out the workload.
Bringing 7 starters back on both sides of the ball really helps.
8 sets of brothers on this team.
8?
8.
That is wild.
Wetzel off the left side. Runs into his own man and then gets bogged down right at the red zone doorstep at the 21 in a timeout. Plum. And, you know, high school football is a community atmosphere. So many people get involved, and Susie Cool has more on that.
Thanks, Matt. Yeah, we met the legend himself, equipment manager for the Latrobe Wildcats, Jim Feather, prior to the game, and he comes exactly as head coach Ron Brady advertised. He's really bubbly, he's extremely funny, and he loves these kids like his very own, and he has been around this organization for 54 years. He even went to school at Latrobe. He started on the chain gang back in 1971, but Brady said that this organization would not be the same without Feather behind it. He praises Feather, and he says whenever you talk to him, he might throw out a couple of F-bombs, but he's the best to be around. And again, he just treats these kids like each and every one of his own. Matt?
Hey, Susie. Yeah, it's always cool to see the people that are a part of the community and contribute and really buy in and year out.
Yeah, that's the best part about high school football, the communities and the fans, and almost a packed house here tonight.
Little pump fake. Wetzel in trouble. Will throw into the end zone. Intercepted. Picked off at the goal line. Mustangs with flags down. Nico Signer comes away with the INT.
Threw it just a little bit too late. He pumped and then threw it. He just needed to throw it without the pump.
He had him. Signer just played center field on that one.
Thank you, is what he said.
Mustangs defense, JP. Bending and not breaking.
Yeah.
Still a 2-score ball game. And we'll step aside. 4 minutes to play. And our Steelers showcase in week 1. The Mustangs have a comeback in them. Come back and find out on KDK Plus.
Around here in the fall, harvest moons, cool, crisp evenings, and on Friday nights, legends come alive in Pittsburgh. WPIAL High School Football. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Steel City Game of the Week. Allegiant salutes the players, the fans, the cheerleaders, and the parents. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. 6 locations and a sponsor of this WPIAL High School Football broadcast.
Potomac Furniture's factory authorized sale. Enjoy an additional discount on all Smith Brothers special order upholstery sofas, sectionals, recliners, and more. Come in and save now through early September. Route 19 McMurray or PotomacFurniture.com. Hurry before the extra savings are gone.
It's more than a piano. It's music lessons, birthday parties, and countless family memories. Now safely tucked away, awaiting Nana's new home. It's more than a piano, and we're more than a truck.
From heating and cooling to a large array of construction equipment, Herc Rentals has the gear you need to get the job done. Herc Rentals is already a staple in several communities across the United States and Canada and have been serving our customers' needs since 1965. With a catalog of equipment that spans the spectrum of almost every kind of solution you can think of. To learn more about Herc Rentals, visit hercrentals.com or call us at 1-888-777-2700.
Macero Corporation has been a commercial general contractor in Pittsburgh since 1967. But did you know that we also have an agency construction management firm? Macero Construction Management Services can be your advocate when building or renovating your new school. If you're a school superintendent, business manager, or a school board member and have a new construction project on the horizon, Macero CMS can provide you with the complete construction management services you need for a successful project delivered safely, on time, and on budget. Visit MaceroCG.com for more information.
Fourth quarter action in Latrobe. The Mustangs keep it a 2-score game with this interception, but they find themselves, their backs against the goalpost at the 2-yard line. That's where this drive starts. First down and 10. Rutelis gets the snap, pressured, hit as he throws. It kind of whirly birds out of his hand. Had his receiver, it was Darian Nelson, in and out of the hands there. Nelson can't hang on, and it will be second down.
That's the hardest catch to make, the over the shoulder where you got to track it. If Fuchelis could have just kept it a little bit closer on his inside shoulder, that could have been a 99-yard touchdown.
98.
There goes my math
there
again.
There it is again. Fuchelis back to pass. Rolls, throws, and skips that one behind his intended receiver, Signor, who had the pick. Now it's 3rd and 10.
And with the scoreboard, this is basically a automatic go-for-it situation, but you don't want to go for it on your own 2-yard line.
Sure.
If they were to not get it on this play.
Rutelis rolls, throws, and in and out of the hands. Incomplete. It's 4th down, and now what will the Plum offense decide? Their offensive coordinator is Adam Santoro in his 9th season as the OC. Previously, he was the offensive coordinator of the Pittsburgh Passion women's football team, won a couple national championships with them. Team we're very familiar with here at JRM. But will Luke Heiser dial up something? He's the defensive coordinator for Latrobe here, as they'll go for it on 4th and 10 from their own 2. Throwing it over the middle. Slant route. In and out. Incomplete. Turnover on downs. How about the hit applied for Greater Latrobe and Andy Tatch?
That was the right read by Fuchelis. It just didn't get there quick enough. It's what you call a bang-bang play. Great timing by Tash on the breakup.
Well, Latrobe's greatest field position of the season, I'd have to imagine here. First down and goal from the 2. to start a drive. It is officially in the Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union red zone. I mean, with 3:36 left in this game, only a 2-score game, you got to punch this in here.
Yep.
And get 4 cracks at it. Wetzel dives and is short at the 1. Second down and goal coming up.
Bend but don't break. Here we go again.
Great shot there. All natural surface here at Latrobe. Home of the Steelers Friday Night Lights game. Part of their training camp. They play here, just played here 2 weeks ago. Wetzel left side this time and denied. And again, it is the sophomore stepping up, Tavion Rupert, for the Mustangs.
I would have liked to see him just run for the pylon, go to the corner like he did earlier.
Gotta admire the fight here of these Mustangs tonight.
I agree.
Cats have got business done, though. They lead it by 16, 2:20 to go. Fourth quarter action. Trying to put an exclamation point on it. Tatch, untouched. Touchdown, Wildcats. And there it is. Alex Chatch puts the finishing touches on a Wildcat 2-0 start.
I don't think he'll ever get an easier touchdown than that. He walked in.
Extra point from Roman is no good. Agostini can't put it through. Not often, JP, I read a drive summary that goes with more plays than yards.
Right.
3 plays, 2 yards on that scoring recap. Thanks to Jamie Usual for crunching those numbers over there tonight. When you need to rent equipment, you can count on the experts at Herc Rentals to deliver the right equipment for the job. From generators to AC units to boom lifts and pickups, go to HercRentals.com to find a branch near you. Thanks to Herc Rentals for providing our scissor lift coverage. Let's go down to Susie Cool. Susie, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Matt. It's still late here in the fourth quarter, but whenever I was talking with Latrobe equipment manager Jim Feathers before today's game, I asked him how this group of kids was this season. He shook his head, he laughed, and then he said, this town, and you can hear it right now, is really excited for football. They haven't been this excited for a team since 1984. In 1984, that team was undefeated, and I was like, well, why is that? And he said it's because the last 3 seasons, this team has built up this town again. So that's why you're still hearing the roar from the crowd late in the fourth quarter here at Latrobe Memorial Stadium. They are excited to see what head coach Ron Prady can continue to build here at Latrobe. Matt?
Yeah, it's been history, a long time coming for the Wildcats of Latrobe, and they're excited for what they have even in 5A, knowing that top 3 teams in each conference go, and then 4 wild cards in 5A. And, of course, the wild cards we mentioned earlier in the broadcast determined by the committee, kind of like the NCAA basketball tournament. That's how it will be strength of schedule, it will be wins, it will be how you win games. All of that will be taken into consideration, and I'm excited for it. I'm excited because, as in anything that is human-based, there's going to be discussions on that wasn't right or this wasn't right, but I think the overall premise of it is right.
I agree. The only thing that makes it tricky is, oh, look at this.
How about this?
Plum to Nelson. Fotolis hooks up with Nelson, a one-play touchdown. 80 yards. And the Mustangs won't go away.
They caught Latrobe asleep at the wheel. Maybe they put some backups in, get some people in at the end of the game. Plum said they're not done playing yet.
Darian Nelson goes the distance. Mentioned scholarship offer to St. Francis, a couple PSAC offers as well. One for the highlight reel. Mustangs to go for 2. Play action. Fotolis wide open for the 2-point conversion. It's caught. Landon Eichert on the reception. And with 2 minutes and 1 second to go, Mustangs make it 32-18. What does the road ahead look like for the Mustangs? It'll look like this. Coming up. Doesn't get any easier. They host Gateway next week. And they'll take on the Shaler Titans. And then the Pine Richland Rams coming to town. Three straight home games in a row. Gateway, Shaler, and Pine Richland. And then for the Wildcats, take my word for it, it's Latrobe's schedule. At Norwin, and Norwin, they have a pretty good team in 6A. That'll be a matchup for the Wildcats. Then at Franklin Regional, and then home, back here at home against the Riverhawks of Armstrong.
And Matt, to your point earlier about how you win games is important. I like that, but it's almost like at the end of the game, you can't get your backups in because the points matter.
Sure.
So in this situation is a perfect example.
Onside kick recovered by Latrobe. Nice attempt there by Olivia Bigger. Saw her nail a 31-yard field goal earlier today. Yeah, I think there's pros and cons that come with it. But I also think that, for lack of a better term, mop-up duty Friday Night Lights, which is honestly one of the coolest moments because it's really a lot of kids' first times ever playing under the Friday Night Lights, unless you're starting as a freshman or a sophomore. And so that you're never going to forget that first time you go out there. But if you have a convincing lead, you're still going to get the opportunities. And how about another big play? Busting and breaking it free is Chris Cochran, and chased down from behind. Chase Hurd chases him down. But the Wildcats showing their big play ability. And once again, we're in the Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union red zone. There's a 34-yard run from number 5 in your Wildcat program, Chris Cochran.
Nice patience, vision there on that run. The hold didn't open up until late.
Cochran the call. Weaves his way forward and now gets a nice push. Forward progress finally stopped at the 5.
They got to hand him the ball more often. He's providing a spark here.
Junior, 5'11", 190. Both teams' coaches did say that they felt like they didn't have the depth that other teams in the classification have. And that's something to keep an eye out. Certainly for the Mustangs, we talked about how many injuries they have coming into today.
And not to bring back that other conversation, but here, if you're Ron Prady, do you try to score or do you knee it? I mean, obviously he's doing the respectful thing and kneeing it, but those points matter in terms of the playoff race.
They can. But I think certainly you said it, the right thing to do. And Wetzel taking a knee. And the Latrobe Wildcats going to 2-0 with a 32-18 win over the Plum Mustangs here tonight at our Steelers High School Showcase. Plum falls to 0-2. Wildcats are 2-0. Latrobe did what they needed to do tonight, JP, to get the win.
Yeah, they did. They finished strong, played a complete game. It wasn't perfect at all times. It was sloppy at times, but they found a way and got one in the win column.
That's what non-conference games are able to do. You know, you're able to tweak things and get ready for conference play, and Ron Prady's squad a long way to doing that and getting back into the postseason for a third consecutive year.
Yep, they have some talent for sure.
Wildcats get it done tonight. Stick around for our player of the game, brought to you by Macero Construction. And Susie Cole has our player of the game down to the field.
Thanks, Matt. It's our Macero Construction player of the game, John Wetzel. John, first of all, here's the game ball. What do you think of that?
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Pretty cool, right?
Yeah, it's awesome. No one knows this is a thing. This is awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome looking. So whenever I talked with equipment manager Jim Feathers prior to the game, he said, this town hasn't been this excited for football since 1984.
Yeah.
How is this excitement around town feeding into the start of the season?
It's been great. I mean, like the whole community, the school, everybody's backing us up, and it's awesome.
358 total yards from your team here tonight, but Plum not letting up easily. Where were you really dialed in offensively?
Offensively, I mean, we were just stressing, get off the ball, get a push, do what we do, and we run the ball. So that was our game plan, really.
Thanks so much, John.
Yep, thank you.
Matt?
Thanks so much, Susie, and thanks and congratulations to John Wetzel, our Macero Construction player of the game. They got it done tonight, JP, and the Latrobe Wildcats get the win 32-18, improved to 2-0 here in 2024. Fun one tonight.
It's always fun with you, Matt.
Always a pleasure, JP. Looking forward to next week. Thanks for watching this presentation of the Steelers High School Showcase on KDKA+. Thanks to our producer, Jake Mislivchik, director Myron Ryland, and our entire JRM production crew. Thanks to Johnny Patrician and Susie Cole and our entire crew. I'm Matt Fargo saying thanks so much for watching. We'll talk to you next week from the Wolverina for Central Catholic and Woody High. Until then, the KDKA 10 o'clock news is coming up next. Latrobe wins it 32-18 over Plum. Good night, Pittsburgh.